Hello, welcome to Route 66. We are on episode 8.
Ocho.
8. Definitely 8.
Sure, it's 8.
100% 8.
Positive it is 8. I think.
I keep saying
9,
8 a few more times.
You know what? Now I feel better about not knowing because now I know for damn sure if it's not episode 8, someone's gonna fix it.
Yep.
Is it just me or does it feel like it's been longer since we last played than it has?
For sure,
For
felt more than
me?
a week.
For me, it doesn't. To be honest,
It feels like it was
very fresh.
a month ago.
Last game's very fresh for me.
Very distant. Very, very distant. Sorry, I'm just contradicting you.
It's on YouTube if you want to catch up.
Oh, is it? Is it?
If it's distant for you too, get on YouTube.
I want to
and
go
catch
check
up.
it out YouTube.
I was gonna say what's the URL for that, but then I realized literally the only place anyone will ever see this is on YouTube, so there's no point in making the joke
Oh,
out
that's
of it.
right.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe if you want more. And like
Give
it
us a
so we know
like.
that we're doing good.
Oh, jeez.
There.
And
Remember
send
to write down
cash
below
too.
who's your favorite character.
Send us cash.
Give us money, please.
And possibly like your credit card number.
Characters with the least amount of votes dies first.
Definitely not.
That
Should we
is
make that a
that
thing?
is true. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll happily do that. Anyway, what did we do last time?
We slept. That's all I remember.
You did sleep. You guys made it back to the village of Hummelbank. Let's see. You did a lot. You guys split up as you do. One of you just went straight to bed. Some of you went to the church and immediately broke the arrangement with Rutger by letting the church know
Immediately.
Was it me?
about the prisoners that you brought back.
It was
Then
both of us.
seconds.
It's partially me.
It took you less than 10 minutes. Which, that's another thing. You handed over your prisoners from the moat house to Rutger. Though you also discussed the possibility that there is a more extensive sub-level to the moat house, and you even mentioned that it was possible you heard an ogre or some kind of large creature down below.
Something big. Yeah.
And you made arrangements to potentially go back. You also did some shopping, sold some of your valuables to Melub, the moneylender. You bought... Wait, did you actually end up buying any of the potions at the trader outpost, or did you just window shop?
No.
We did.
You did buy some.
I bought potions, yeah.
Okay. And you guys regrouped. Oh, no. One other important detail. The following morning, Dracon got up at the butt crack of dawn to go frighten the blacksmith again.
Again.
It wasn't intentional, man.
I don't know. At this point, it's pretty systematic.
I mean, I hate saying this, but at this point, it's pretty sus, man.
I have nothing against elven fellows who bought my parents' blacksmith. That's all I have to say.
And then use it to sell shoddy, lower grade equipment.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't imagine why you might want them gone. You spoke in the Inn of the Welcome Lady and made plans. Your intention is to go back to the moat house today, but first you want to speak with Byrne, and then you scribbled out his name and said Rutger instead, about a pile of money. I was just watching the end of the video. About a pile of money that Dracon has from the Druids. You wanted to see about what you could do for the Druids Grove that is now potentially falling into church property.
But did we say that though?
Well, you said it. I don't know if you changed your minds, but
I thought we was going to burn to mention that the elven fellow wasn't going to be there
Yep,
anymore.
that as well.
He's going to leave.
that was part of the
And-
conversation. And then again, you kind of were like, but I'd rather talk to the other guy. And then there was sort of a murmur of, yeah, the other guy, not Burn. It is possible Dracon was not one of the murmurs of agreement there.
I don't know. I thought me and Peripheral were going to speak to Burn.
It is the two of you going there. Junko and E3 are going to the traders. And I believe Elowin and Cora were going to stay at the inn out of the rain.
She's. If that's what you want to go with, but she had said she was going to.
Oh, was she?
Somebody.
With who?
I don't know who. I just remember she wasn't staying.
Probably with the
Shit.
traders then.
Probably, yeah, the trader would make the most sense, I suppose. Okay. Well, that's where we now are. So we're going to start with the trader, I think.
That was my walking mine.
You're walking what?
Mine.
Mine.
I was walking to the trader.
It's like.
Oh, I had my character sheet in front of you.
So,
Woulda.
Oh, fine.
Rude.
No,
Priorities,
you've lost
I
it
guess.
now. You'll have to watch
Lost
the
out.
video to see.
Only on
Um,
YouTube, folks.
the rain comes down steadily. But
Oh,
you,
that's right. It was raining.
as you cross the little cobblestone bridge over the river, you come in view of the two buildings that make up the trading outpost. No one is really... There's no traffic going in or out, but you can see that the front door of the stable is wide open, and you can see that there is light coming from within the actual trading shop. Though the door there is shut, presumably to keep the rain out.
Yeah, I'll just barge my way in.
Okay. It's not locked.
Maybe like a knock as I open it.
Coming in, you can see that the gangly, suspicious kind of like, I don't know what the wary, guarded man who you spoke with yesterday is nowhere to be seen. Instead is his business partner, who I believe you saw but did not engage with. Kind of a large, almost bulbous man who is currently like setting things up on a shelf, and he stops as you come in to look at you. Oh, welcome.
Hey, guy.
Good
I need
morning.
2 javelins. Yeah, good morning. Well, it's a bit miserable out there. I need 2 javelins.
Javelins, yes. We have many fine javelins right over.
I'm only going to throw them.
here.
Where are they?
He kind of waddles over to the wall where there's a number of weapons just kind of hanging in different, kind of ordered by, it looks like, length. We have javelins, spears, lances. There's
Just
a
2
pike
javelins
in
for
back.
me. No. I want 2 dwarven-sized throwing javelins. That's quite hard to say.
I just realized that I need to open up prices.
Do you 2 need any? I presume these 2 have followed me in.
Yes.
Junko, Gura, are you here? Do you need anything?
Not Cora.
No.
Oh, I thought Cora was.
Cora stayed. Elowin went with you.
Elowin? Oh, Elowin doesn't need anything.
Correct.
We'll say. Cool. All right. Cool. Just those 2 then.
Javelins
for
are
the-
6 silver pennies each.
I can manage that.
Good.
You take Electrum.
Yes.
Cool. I'll give him 2 Electrum and 2 silvers. Is that right?
Yeah, that would be 2. Yep.
Had a
Cool.
flashback of Strahd with Electrum.
That was it. Cheers, buddy. Have a good day. I don't
Good
need them wrapped.
afternoon. Day, yes.
And I'm
Guess
out.
that's it. Junko,
was
are
it.
you?
No, I'm good. I'm just following quietly
Okay.
behind. Kind of like Shadow Lurky.
Okay.
Status.
Junko, you can feel his beady eyes on you as you're leaving.
I stare daggers back.
He, when you kind of turn back, he quickly goes about his business, but you kind of can't shake that feeling that he's just kind of in his peripherals watching you.
That's fine.
As the door closes, Ithri will be like, oh, I think we might be getting famous, you know? Everyone seems to know who we are.
He was
Already something
staring
about us.
at me.
Maybe you're the most famous. You did come into town carrying a head, to be fair.
I'm just gonna cover.
That's it.
Okay.
Do you have a spare one?
Give it to
Oh,
you.
I'm gonna do it. Not because I want to hide, just because it looks fun.
It probably doesn't fit over your beard quite well.
Yeah, there's like a little thing and then big beard hanging out the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you guys gonna go?
I guess back to. So the others have gone to the tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did Junko? Did we actually say where we'd meet up?
I don't think so.
We are terrible at this organization thing. Okay, let's just
We're not the best.
let's just hang outside the tower. Maybe there'll be some training going on.
Okay. You guys begin to make your way back over the bridge, past the blacksmith and the inn, and eventually out to the tower, where we're going to segue over to the other two. other two. Dracon and Therithiel. As you-
Is Cora with the other three people?
You don't know. As of when
She
you were
didn't come with
leaving,
us, though.
Oh,
no. As of when you were leaving, she said she was going to stay at the inn.
maybe we should have popped by and grabbed her on our way to.
So Therithiel and Dracon, as you make your way up the hill where the castle is currently under construction, you can see that their construction is continuing, though at a less extent than previously. The rain may be interfering somewhat with the work.
Yeah.
This time, there is no Rutger standing at the top of the landing looking out. When you make your way to the top of the steps, you can see there is just the portcullis, which is raised, and beyond the courtyard.
Do we see anybody within the courtyard?
From here, no.
Like as we walk in towards the tower itself?
As you walk in, no, but you can see the entrance to the tower, and there is like a door shutter in the door there. So presumably someone would.
All right,
Is there a
so-
place we could stand underneath to have a little conversation before we get up there?
In order to get to the courtyard, you'd actually have to walk under like a stone arch. So you could just stand in that archway briefly before you get up there.
All right, as we pass that arch, I put my hand on Dracon's shoulder. Master Dracon, perhaps we should discuss exactly what we're going to talk about to Burns.
Sure. What do you have in mind for Riffiel?
I do not want the church to have any more land. If we can somehow, I don't know if we could maybe buy it from the church or acquire it some other legal means would be most beneficial. I don't think the church should own that land if it is for the druids.
I don't believe they should either, but I imagine the price would be exceedingly high.
That is what I am afraid of. Perhaps maybe then Byrne will give us another option, another course we might take.
Perhaps we could speak to Byrne and mention that Brother Smythe will no longer be looking after it. At least it seems that way. And perhaps
Yes.
he may be able to put in a word with the church for the time being.
Perhaps. There's also, we might be able to extend the lease with our new finances that you have acquired.
Yes.
But we shall see. Let us continue to speak to Burns
Okay.
and kind of head off to the thing.
Okay.
Really quick, can we lower the music to the roll 20?
Can?
Yes.
On your end.
No, I can. I
On my
would
end?
prefer to do it on my end as well.
Just a
I
little
haven't
bit.
got music, but yeah, I need to
To
reload the page.
affect.
Yeah, I don't hear it either.
Recording
I'll
mic.
refresh.
I usually turn
Or-
them down.
Really?
Yeah, you can
it's
just
like
do it
a
through
little loud
the,
on my end.
Really?
The sound, the volume mixer. I usually just change it there if it's too loud for me.
Yeah, if you go to my settings, it's like top.
Actually, you know what? I think I would prefer you guys to do it on your end
I
this time.
got it. Yeah. Thank you.
I don't mess with however
Still
much of it
music.
the recording picks up.
I got it. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, so we go up to the
Yep.
door and
Going across, you go to the door, knocking on it. The slat opens. You do the normal shtick with the doorman. You're shown in, taken to kind of a waiting hall. It's mostly, you've been here before. It's mostly empty. There's some furniture along the walls, some trophies, tapestries, weapons hanging on the walls, etc. Sort of like a trophy room. And you said you wanted to speak with. Actually, yeah, he'll make it.
I know it's obviously still extremely early because we've gone from selling stuff at the crack of the clock to let's go and speak to Byrne before we leave. So
I mean,
no,
it's
we did
a
have
little
like
past dawn.
breakfast.
Mhm.
Didn't we go back and have
Yes.
breakfast and stuff?
Yes. Byrne eventually comes to meet with you. It takes probably 15 minutes of waiting before he comes. You can see he's wearing now clean, kind of Viridian robes with some gold trim. Looks freshly shaven as well. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Master Burns.
Maester
Good
Dracon,
morning.
Master
Hello.
Therithia, is it?
Yes. We come to inquire about the grove. The Druid Grove.
I see. I was under the impression it was to remain in your watch for the time being.
As we so had hoped, but recent developments have kind of changed that.
What recent developments?
Wow, what's his name?
Brother Smythe.
Brother Smythe has decided he would no longer like to take care of the grove. So
That is
thereupon
troubling.
I
It's-
agree.
It seems, after hearing about the recent developments with the slavers and the Temple of Elemental Sin,
Oh, hells.
he does know.
How would he have heard about those? I thought we had made ourselves clear. We did make ourselves clear. I was perfectly clear. Was I not?
You was, yes. I don't know what happened.
You've discussed top secret affairs with a civilian. You understand the severity of what you've done? You don't.
It
This is not your fault. It is mine. You never should have been put in a position to have that information.
We do
take
not
this
know
up with
where he got
Rutger.
this information from. Perhaps
we
he overheard it
when
somewhere.
we liberated the grove from the infection and asked him to be the caretaker. That is the only information we gave him, and that there may be a possible involvement.
It is top secret. It doesn't matter what reasons you had or how little of it you gave him. You gave him church and state secrets. And now the enemy may know our movements. Up to this point, as far as they knew, we were unaware that they were returning. This has been in motion since before any of you were involved. We don't know who in town is with the temple. We don't know who can be trusted, who cannot, who is a spy for whom. But now, one thing is certain. They will know that we know.
I don't believe he has anything to do with it, but you're right. I made a mistake.
However, the mistake has been made, and there's nothing we could do about it now. Except try not to repeat
True.
it again.
True.
But either way, it seems he may not be within the village for much longer. So,
So we will need a blacksmith.
yes,
And our efforts to arm the militia to create a standing force to protect this town will have to wait until that is accomplished.
yes.
And the Grove? I suppose that none of you are going to stay here to watch after it.
Not for the time being, if we are continuing to do missions
Well,
for Humblebank.
that makes this very simple then, doesn't it? You've left me with no option.
We would like to see if it was possible. I know the land technically belongs to the church, but
Indeed.
see if it was possible we could acquire the land, pay for it, purchase it.
It is not my land to sell.
I know, but you seem to be the leader. Somebody the church deals with on a daily basis. We was thinking perhaps you could speak to them.
Like all
Perhaps.
in Saragotta, I too answer to the church.
Perhaps there is another way that you might think or know of that we might acquire this land legally.
By your own admission, you have no plans to live upon it, to caretake for it.
Well,
You have no one to oversee it in your stead. Frankly, I see little reason to vouch for you. You have to give me something.
I would rather the church not have that land.
It is the
That counts for
church's
anything.
land.
I know we can't and we won't be able to stay there or look after it right now, but after we return from the moat house, perhaps there is something we could do. If the other druid could perhaps return, perhaps we could use it as some form of base. I don't know.
Jaros, who is currently wanted for murder.
No, I was talking about the other druids who may be around.
There
Those
are
who
no
are under
other.
him.
There are no druids around. There's groves in the forest beyond, but that is days or even weeks away. Those who dwell in this region already live in town. The most adept among them being Brother Smythe, who it seems you have driven from town.
Perhaps we should go and talk to Brother Smythe then. See if we can
Um,
convince him to stay.
You can speak to him for a feel.
I am not happy about the situation, but I have no options. What would you have me do? Go and speak with Father Terrison, convince him to sell this land that he covets to a group of strangers who I cannot personally vouch for at this point, who will not live in town, who cannot tend to it, and who have no one who can tend to it. What would you have me do? That's
You do
not
make a good point.
a safe investment. I would like to help. I would. It gives me no joy to see the grove fall back into Father Terrison's domain. But you offer me little other options. Provide me with another alternative, and I will consider it.
Can you perhaps give us an hour or two before reporting this to the church?
I've nothing to report. The church is going to come looking. I will answer them when they come. It could be in an hour, it could be in a week. Until then, as far as they are concerned, the grounds belong to you, and they belong to Brother Smythe.
Out of curiosity, how long is the lease for?
It is not a traditional lease per se, so much as it is public land, and it is stewarded by formerly Jaros, now Brother Smythe. He is a caretaker.
Stewardship.
Yes.
So perhaps we find someone else to take care of it. It would continue to be as is.
If you can convince me that you have someone who can tend to it as well as Jaros or Brother Smythe would have, I would be much more willing to vouch for you. Provided that I have not become convinced you are wholly untrustworthy, of which I have not yet decided.
I made a mistake, Byrne. That doesn't necessarily mean we are unworthy or that you can't trust us.
Time will tell.
Well,
We
then
shall
I believe,
go. Sorry, go ahead.
I believe this is all that we can resolve at this moment. Perhaps we could convene again at a different time.
Of course, you've certainly been an aid to this town. I am always happy to meet with you. Though I dare say that has its limits.
Good morning, Byrne.
Good
And I walk
morning.
out.
He's a little huffy, but not quite as quick on the dramatic exit as you. Like, he was clearly going for the same dramatic exit. He was just too slow. Not as practiced at it.
No, definitely not as practiced as me.
I kind of give him a slight bow and follow Dracon.
Okay.
Well, Master
As-
Dracon, that did
yeah.
not go as we expected, did it?
I don't know what I expected. I didn't really think it would be as easy as just purchasing. But he does make a very good point. I have
That
not.
he does.
I seem to be way too forward and open.
I put a hand on his shoulder. That seems to happen a lot with this group, does it not?
Yes. Should we speak to Brother Smythe before returning to the others, or
Perhaps that is a matter for a different day. If we are to set to the moat house before it gets dark.
yes?
Perhaps when
Okay.
you come back. Oh wait, when is he? Is he leaving though? Shit.
At about this point, as you guys are making your way down the steps, you can see E3 and Elowin and Junko on the road outside.
I was actually going to say, because it sounds like that took a while. When we get to because I figured we'd be there before they were done. When we get there, if we be like, oh shit, we forgot Cora, and turn around and go back to the inn?
Sure.
And grab her if she's willing to come out in the rain.
Cora.
Is it time to go?
Oh,
Yes.
we've shopped. We were just going to go and meet with the guys at the tower to see if,
And then head to the basement?
yeah. If you're really keen to stay dry, I can just come back when I know we're ready.
No, I can go now.
Sure. Okay.
Just gonna
I
put
got
her
some
hood up.
javelins.
Oh, those are cool!
They're not quite the size I'm used to. I think they're human sized, but
That they are.
they've got a
Massive.
pointy end, so it's fine.
They're pretty big.
That's what she said.
And looking
Cora's
at them,
gonna-
like, the tips aren't very... They're sharp, but they're not, like... These aren't the best quality you've ever seen. Certainly not dwarven made.
Laura's really
Yeah.
gonna make an effort and like tie her hood. Like,
When you pull the hoodie so that it's just like a little...
yeah, they pull the cords on the hoodie, so just a little circle
This-
here.
I'm gonna slide like an extra shirt her way that I have. Just
Cora,
kinda,
you look
nonchalantly.
adorable.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, these javelins aren't as good as the ones I had. But I think I've lost one, and the other one I think I left in a guy. So if we go back to that room, I can see if it's still there.
Oh,
I left on a guy.
It was all, that fight was all a bit much for me, and I sort of wasn't paying attention when we left. But maybe I'll find it again. We'll see. Let's go meet up and find out the good news that Bern has been given us.
As you guys sat outside, almost on cue, the rain begins to come down even harder.
I'm drowning.
And you can hear like a distant rumble of thunder.
Maybe you should go back inside, Cora. It sounds like this is for you.
are we leaving right away?
I
Yes.
don't know.
We will go.
It's a
Don't
very...
worry.
It is a very warm rain, I will say, because, you know, you're basically climate-wise. But
I think it's
Oh, guys, we should go fast. I'm gonna book it to Burns' place. My movement speed is 40 feet, so I'm just fucking running.
mine isn't. I'll catch up. I'll catch up.
I'm just gonna stay with E3. She doesn't care.
Just bumble in the rain.
Okay.
With my ill-fitting mask on.
um,
And my really tall javelins.
even so, like by the time you get outside the tower, it's probably still only right around when Bern is just showing up in the room for them. So
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
you've got a few minutes.
We can break those.
I'm going inside. I'm not staying.
Break my javelins?
Well, to shorten. Yes.
Or if
Oh, wouldn't that... I mean... Yeah, but you'll affect the flight. Unless you properly taper them at the ends. I wouldn't want to just snap a tail off, because then it's easier to throw a long javelin than a bad javelin.
Okay.
Science.
That's to do
Cora.
with the balance and the weight.
As you run for the stairs, like you're almost to the top of the stairs when Therithiel and Dracon step through the arch.
is there like, does the arch provide any cover?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I go stand under that.
Okay.
Hi
So-
guys. What's the
Oh,
good news?
I wish we had good news, but we do not. The conversation did not go very well. Not very well indeed.
Oh,
It seems we may have a problem with retaining the grove.
I thought that blacksmith was gonna watch it.
He
all
doesn't want to
thought
be
that.
around. Not with things getting more dangerous around the area.
Oh. I guess that makes sense.
Well, then the solution is simple. Let's defeat this evil so that he may stay.
I have a feeling by the time we get back for Rifio, he won't be here, but we can only hope.
Oh, I have an idea. I'll be right back.
Then
Oh, I thought that
perhaps-
was Cora, not Ashley.
Cora
Yeah,
runs
so
off.
did I.
Yeah. She just runs away.
Step of the wind.
She is
Shall-
always winning that one. Perhaps then it is best then to speak to Brother Smythe.
Before we
presume-
leave,
Yes, before we leave.
I presume it's at like this point that Ithri and Junko would turn up.
Yeah.
And Elowin. Because I
Mhm.
presume
Yup.
she's trailing with us.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have
Bye.
said that. We would have said that when everybody was like together.
Oh, okay.
Patiently waiting for us to catch up.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we are under the
Um,
thing, so we're not getting wet.
Yeah.
I mean... Oh, I forgot to ask actually, Dorithiel. Did you see what he was quenching with? Do you remember I asked?
I cannot
I forgot to
discern
ask you.
if
what he was quenching with. I do not believe it was water, though.
may I ask
What?
what you were talking about, Ifri?
Oh, I just noticed that there was some minor issues with the produce that Brother Smythe is making.
I
Just
don't.
wondered if there was some tips I could give him.
I don't believe he is the most. How can I say this? Best of blacksmiths. He.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd give him some tips.
Perhaps you and I should go talk to him before he leaves.
Oh, he doesn't like me.
I thought we were leaving right away.
I think
Plans
a
change,
few
Cora.
minutes.
That's how
I
I got
think-
you out of the inn.
Lied
I
to me.
believe.
Brother Smythe has a roof.
Not intentionally.
I think we
believe
should go.
I believe we have to pass the blacksmith on our way to the moat house anyway. So
No, very much. The moat house is that way and the blacksmith's over there.
no,
Well, then we
Right.
should go that way.
He's right.
yes, no, yes, maybe.
Well, so let me ask this to the group. Do we really want the grove? Which one of us is gonna stay here and take care of it? Should we be putting so much effort in something that ultimately we're not gonna take care of, or it's not gonna affect us anyway? How much do we want to invest in this?
Honestly, from my point of view, this place I was just passing through and there's been some fun stuff to do. Unfortunately, alongside this fun stuff, there's been a hell of a lot of politics that I don't know or care about. I don't like the church. I don't want to see them get something from what I thought were trustworthy people, but then one of the trustworthy people might have murdered a few people. But then maybe not. Yeah, it's just too confusing.
Perhaps Master E3 might know of a good dwarven blacksmith that might consider moving in.
Not one that wants to live here. It's horrible.
I have my own journey. I do not wish to take care of growth.
I feel
There is a question.
I
What
don't
I
know
could
what she'd
do-
say. I just want to note that Elowin would probably be very enthusiastic about wanting to take care of that grove.
Yes, yeah.
But enough that she would want to stay here. That's the question.
I don't want to abandon it, but I don't think we can immediately save it from whatever politics is going on. I don't understand this place, but I think
Can I
our best bet is to find Shiraz.
Oh my
can I ask
gosh.
why you guys don't want the church to have it?
I mean, it technically belongs to the church. no matter what, it falling back into their hands isn't necessarily a bad thing.
The
There's
only
only
thing-
one or two druids able to take care. One who's on the run, and one who seems to want to leave. We aren't in a position, either of us really, to stay here to care for it.
I certainly.
Maybe,
Sorry, carry on.
maybe Elowin, but even then, no offense, Miss Elowin, but I don't believe you possess the power needed to fully take care of this grove.
And I quite like her keeping me alive.
You didn't
Relate
really
to-
answer my question, though.
I
Why don't
don't
you want the
suppose-
church to be in charge of taking care of it?
As you well know, the church does not look kindly against people that don't follow its traditions and its rules.
Oh, right, but
this
it's not
being-
the way to just abolish it. They should take care of it.
It is my opinion that if they were to take over the land again, they would not allow it to be a place of worship for the druids that are nearby.
That is the problem.
Which is not necessarily our problem, but since we did interfere with the politics of the grove, it has fallen into our hands to decide what to do with it.
I mean, you say interfere, I say blindly bumble through the middle of.
I like those
Um,
words much better.
Yeah. I didn't understand this place. In fact, I think I understand this place less since I've been here for 3 days than when I first got here.
It has been
My vote, not that I'm leader, but my vote is let's go and kill a possible troll in a possible basement, and then you guys can worry about politics.
I thought it was ogre.
Ogre. Apparently, Ogre.
We don't know. We're not sure. But
The
yes,
motel.
perhaps maybe we might, in our travels, find someone who might want to take care of it and who might be willing to come live here.
And
I-
for my part, I could keep my eye out for a blacksmith that might have talent. There's no one from my town that would want to come here and set up shop.
I don't
I
really
could-
know anybody either.
I mean, I can make weapons.
You want to set up shop here, Dracon?
I personally wouldn't mind owning the blacksmith, but I couldn't stay here to be a blacksmith.
Question out of game.
Mhm.
Where Humbleback is situated, is that like kind of a central hub between the capital and the other big city that's
Let me show you.
I think it's the stop between Vigormount. So
so it is growing and it could be a potential to become like a big place.
Wasn't that the whole thing? Like 10 years ago, it was tiny, but because
Yeah, it's been growing rapidly. In the last like 50 years, this town has been put on the map, and it's a boom town.
So if someone were to come and set up shop here, they might make good business.
I mean,
that
I know there's lots of blacksmiths in Vigormount. I just don't know any.
Yes, we might come back to this topic later, but I think for now, we must
Is
march
that-
on to the moat house.
Dracon's expertise, Vigormount.
Pardon?
You said you were from there. You teach.
No. Oh, yes. I was a teacher in Vigormount. Yes. I'm originally from Eminence.
You're from Eminence?
Yes.
What's it like there?
Holy.
Yeah,
more
that
holy
makes-
than this place.
That makes sense.
A lot more holier than this place. I don't think you'd like it there, Efree. I don't recommend it. But yes, me and my family traveled up here to Hummelbank. We was one of the first settling families. There was maybe 1 or 2 buildings when we got here.
It was this blacksmith that belonged to your parents.
Indeed.
I see.
Are there
then,
any apprentice blacksmiths in Vigormount you could poach to set up shop here?
I don't personally know anybody
Yeah.
within Vigormount who could help.
well, we're not going to do anything just talking here.
No.
Let's move on to the mole house. And
I just have one question. Should we speak to him before we leave? Just to see if he could stay here at least for another day or 2. Brother Smythe.
Do you think
Because
he's
if
going to
we-
be leaving today?
It seems like he was in a hurry.
Tim, was he open when we walked past? Was he visible?
It was open.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did he look like he was
The forge
working
is
in
on.
his workshop or?
He was working, it looked like.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It doesn't. He's at least got jobs to finish by the looks of things. I don't think he's packing his bags immediately.
I only asked because there was talk of finding another druid to take care of the grove. That could take a while,
I mean,
and if the church come and take their land back, they may not be willing to give it back to the druids. That is my only thought.
if you want to chat to him, I'm right behind you. Maybe quite far because he doesn't seem to like me, but I'll support the idea.
He's not very fond of me, but maybe Ferithiel and Elowin.
I think about it. What time of day is it? It's still early morning.
Yeah, before noon. It's like 9:30 in the morning. No.
How long is it to the moat house from here?
With the rain, probably half a day.
Even with the path cleared.
With the path cleared, yeah. About half
Yeah,
a
it's
day.
gonna get. It is through a
It's
swamp,
through a
isn't it?
swamp. It'll be muddy. Yep.
I'll put my wellies on.
Can I do a
What?
nature check to see like when it's going to stop raining?
Yes.
Or survival check?
That'd
or
be
something?
survival.
$18.
18. You get the vibe that it's probably going to be raining for quite a while. Probably through the day.
I don't say anything. I just.
Very well. Perhaps I shall go speak with Brother Smythe and see if I can convince him to stay at least a day or 2 till we come back.
Okay, I'll
But-
give you a head start and then I'll run after you.
Perhaps just see what his intentions are, if possible. Maybe Elowin could sway him. Perhaps, being a druid herself, but
Elowin will not be making.
Nothing.
She can aid, but she's not here, so she's not a major player until
Alright, cool.
she's here.
Dang it!
Why
I'll be
don't
close by.
I was gonna say, why don't you guys head off to the moat house and I'll catch up.
Well, we shouldn't split up. Swamp can
I
be
agree, we should-
dangerous.
Split. We can wait for you on road, under, cover.
I'll
I
go in with
imagine-
you.
That
I
was me
imagine-
saying we'll find somewhere for you to have
Stay
shelter.
close-
By the
yeah.
way.
I mean, you guys can stay here. It's like you guys aren't. We're under the.
Yep,
cover
you're
of
still in the arch at the top of
So it's-
Rutger and Burns' stairs.
Probably looking outside like, get off my property!
Young
there,
kids, get off my lawn.
Are there guys training at the moment, or is
No, not right
it...
now.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'll go talk to. I'll make my way out to the blacksmith.
Okay.
Are we waiting? Do you want me to wait here?
We can wait here.
Yes, you can wait here if you wish.
Okay.
I'm going to wait on the bench outside the blacksmith's.
If there's some target dummies set up, I'm going to practice with my crap javelins, just to get
Sure.
a balance for them.
There absolutely are.
Cool.
I'm not gonna make you like waste anything on. We'll just no. You're throwing them. They're straw dummies. They have like little painted targets on them. Therithia, you make your way to the blacksmith. There's sort of a wave of heat coming from inside. Not that it's cold outside, but it is rainy. The smoke billowing from his furnace is probably especially like dark and ashen. He stops as you come in. You again.
Well met, Brother Theonin.
Well met.
I came here to discuss, or perhaps think of it as a personal favor, about the Grove. I understand that you are planning to leave town soon.
And you're here to convince me to stay out of some nobility or misguided faith in the city's leadership. Is that right?
No, if you wish to leave, then that is up to you and you wish to leave. I come asking only for a favor to stay a few more days till I could come back and try to figure out what, if anything, we can do to keep the Grove from the church.
Make a persuasion check.
Is Cora assist? I mean, is Elowen assisting?
Was Elowen going?
I feel like she would have done.
I agree.
I-
Yeah, she'll be here and she'll. Again, I don't know her character well enough, or I haven't played with her enough to know like how she would play this. But I think she'd back you up.
So with advantage?
Yeah,
Perception, right?
persuasion.
Persuasion, I'm sorry.
Look
And
at
you'd
him.
like perception.
19.
Good
That
thing.
advantage was good.
Well,
These rolls, man.
a businessman does not do favors, but he does accept payment for services rendered.
How much did you have in mind?
What is it you want me to do, and for how long? I'm not staying here if it starts looking like this village is going to be overrun. I don't care how much you offer.
And I would not ask that of you, brother. I only ask that you stay till I return, perhaps a day or two.
A day or two?
Yes.
I will do this for 100 gold. I will tend to your grove, watch over it, and speak no further of these matters. After that, if you want something longer term, we will have to speak again.
Agreed. And I give him the 100 gold.
He'll take it, kind of weigh it. Why do you care?
The church, I don't like how much power it has and how much power it sways over other people, different races, different religions. If they were to take hold of the Grove, they were most certainly try to keep druids away from it and keep it as a place of worship. And if I could avoid that, I will do what I can to avoid that to happen.
Tell me, friend, are you from Korth?
To go back and check.
That's the country that was annexed recently, north.
Oh. Am I? No, I'm not.
No.
Where am I from?
Then Surely you know that this is always how it is in this country. You get used to it. But you are young.
Perhaps, my brother. Perhaps. But perhaps things change as well.
Not in Saragarda. I will return to my work then.
Yeah, I'll give him a slight nod and bow and just go back to the rest of the group.
He seems to be like measuring the gold again as you're walking out, and he kind of
Wow, no trust? Wow. Rude, no. Yeah, so I go back to the group.
Yeah, as you're walking out,
Well-
because I'm on the bench just outside. So
I thought you guys
As a-
were staying in the arch on the tower.
I said I'd like to sit on the bench outside the blacksmith.
Oh, I missed that. I apologize. Well, you, sir, are very wet.
I don't mind. I just wanted
Hey,
to be close by, just in case.
How did it go, Master Peripheral?
He does not want to stay here. That is very much apparent. I believe that if he didn't have work to finish up, he would have already left. I did manage to buy us some time, quite literally. He will stay for a day or two till we return, and we could further discuss what to do with the grove.
Do you think the troubles that could possibly plague this village be settled within 2 days?
I do not know exactly how deep this corruption grows, so I cannot attest to how fast we might be able to solve this issue, but I do not believe so, no. This plague, this corruption, seems to run deeper than we might think. If Brother Smythe wishes to leave, that is on him, and I will not prevent him from doing so. Even though I would like him to stay, but that is not my business.
Well, let's hope we can achieve something within the next day or two. I just don't know if telling him exactly what is happening is the best idea anymore.
I agree. Nor should we have told him in the first place. But
Put my
that
head
is,
down.
but that is out there now, and we can't do anything to change the outcome. I put my hand over his shoulders and kind of give him a slow squeeze. But cheer up, Master Dracon. There might yet be a way to solve all this. Then I kind of push him out towards the rain so he can walk up to the rest of the group. Let's get off that
Let's
way.
hope the moat house gives us some answers.
And then I'll carry on walking.
Indeed.
Or release some stress
Indeed.
relief.
Hmm.
Quick fire practice.
As long as nobody calls me old.
A quick walk will bring you outside the tower.
You're back.
Well then, are
How'd
we
it
ready to
go?
go?
Was he gone?
No, he was still there. He was finishing up some work. I managed to convince him to stay for a few more days, but after that, I believe he will be leaving.
Well, let's
Yeah.
clean up the moat house, and then maybe he won't want to leave anymore, because there'll be no danger.
I don't know if it is as simple as that, Miss Cora,
Very
but
neutralize threats. It's not a lie.
true.
It might make him
Mm.
feel better enough to stay.
I won't be the one telling him what happened there.
Yes, I look at everyone. Perhaps we should keep our business more of our business.
I agree.
Shall we start this hike?
Are we prepared? Do we have everything we need?
I
Tighten
believe
up
so.
my hood. Yeah, I'm ready.
Pat Cora on the head.
Oh.
On we go then. I take lead. Put my cowl up and just take lead.
I'll follow somewhere in the middle.
I was gonna go. I'll go in front of Junko.
I'll take the back.
Every time Cora talks, for some reason, I'm imagining Kenny from South Park.
Mmm.
Oh, sorry, Kibo. Please don't dig your nails.
Okay. So you begin, once again, the hike through the swamp. Once again, it is unpleasant. Though this time there's no mosquitoes, there's no large chirping insects or horrible croaks that you aren't really sure what... Well, no, there's still some croaks. Hang on, let me just change...
Can Ithri keep an eye out to see if there's obvious signs of new tracks that aren't ours?
Yes. This would be, I suppose, survival?
I just wanted to roll the dice.
That's
It's been a while
fair.
since I've seen a one.
Harsh.
Oh, here we go again.
Well,
Well, it's a
I-
+3.
Very
And
close.
that was double the score I was expecting.
Since I am ahead of the group, can I also check?
so here's the thing. In travel, you can generally do one thing. If you're leading, you would be kind of navigating and making sure that you go the right way. Now, mind you, you guys have a path, so if you don't think it's too important to pathfind, yes, absolutely.
I mean, we'll get there eventually. Look at Kitty.
Okay.
I mean, I would be keeping an eye out in the general surroundings, but not so much as looking for new tracks or anything like that.
Keeping watch is another option.
Yeah,
Just kinda keeping
that's
an
what
eye
I
out.
would be doing.
Okay, so you can make a perception check.
It would
And
also be keeping watch from the back.
you may also make a perception check. Mr. Knightsey, you may make your choice of survival or survival to navigate.
14, Tim.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I think more
3.
more important would be see if there's any other new tracks or anything.
Okay.
Hard to see with this hood on.
You can only
Yeah.
see the inside of the hood.
Ugh.
Oh, sorry.
Glasses fogged up.
It would have been
wet.
the 11.
Unclick that. Normal. There we go.
Yeah.
You aren't seeing anything?
Well, we're
Me
lost,
neither.
guys.
I mean, well, I thought you were looking for tracks. Yeah, so since you're not paying attention to pathfinding, you're kind of at the mercy of the path and hoping that it didn't, no one has messed with it. Fortunately, you guys literally took a machete to this path, so it's not
Yeah.
too hard to avoid getting lost. The primary concern are some hazards. There are some flooded sections, and you guys don't always find the cleanest route through. So,
I have my
Uh-oh.
wellies on. I'm fine.
Guys, I should have stayed on
Straight
point.
Splish, blush.
Dracon,
Yes. Oh God. What?
please make
What do you want from me, good sir?
a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
That's what I was
fuck.
gonna say.
I think I fucked up, guys. I think I fucked up.
Seven. Okay,
Don't
so
don't do me like
there
this.
is a point where you guys are trying to cross
Quicksand.
an area that was already kind of flooded the last time you made the venture, but now it's almost up to your waist. And as you guys are going through here, Dracon actually like steps apparently into a pit or something. He just dips completely into the murk, submerged up to his head, and comes up like hacking, coughing up muddy water, and there's like junk in his robes and a couple of leeches on him.
We know what those do.
Ithri will be straight in there trying to pick him up and help him out of whatever pit he's fallen into.
You guys are able to kind of remove them, but Dracon, you gain the poisoned condition. I will tell you. Ask me about that each time you take an extended rest, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Would I feel
Going forward,
no
through the rest of the journey, you will increasingly start to feel kind of fatigued and maybe even a little sick.
Seeing these leeches and probably being part of the process of removing them, Ithri's going to feel the back of his neck to try and see if there's any obvious signs of...
Giant tick.
There's
Like-
definitely
No,
still
no,
a mark.
like- Yeah, yeah.
You
he
can
wants to see if
definitely
there's,
still
like-
feel where its jaws latched.
But he's like specifically looking for signs of infection or nastiness.
Make a medicine check with disadvantage because it's on your back and you're trying to do it yourself.
I'm real good at medicine.
Like, where are you in the lineup, E3?
Well,
Where am I in
went
the lineup?
Behind?
he went back to check.
Well,
how Dracon felt.
I grabbed Dracon and dragged him out.
So near the
Oh.
So
Oh, he'd be at the back with me.
Well, I'm not just gonna keep walking. Just be like, bye, see ya.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we all stop.
You can feel the injury, but like it's not particularly tender. Do with that information what
That's
you will.
a good sign. If it's numb, that definitely means there's no infection.
Eggs growing in there.
Now, over like the next,
Oh, wow.
That's what Junko's gonna whisper in your ear once you catch back up.
Wait, really?
awful.
Check it.
Check it!
I'll
No,
check it.
get him off me!
I'll
Get him out
check
of
I
it
me!
for
thought
him.
like
And I will
Junko's
note,
real hard to read. Ithri's just taking that seriously.
I mean, it's not just Dracon who gets leeches. Like, you are all in this water, but he's the one who gets them, like, all over the place. Most of you are able to kind of keep your upper torso out of the water, and very quickly, like, as if any of them get on you, you can remove them.
I'm just picturing the scene from Stand By Me, if you recall, where he has it on his
Wow.
unmentionables. He takes it off and just faints.
Nope.
Don't
Yep.
do me like that. Tim.
But yes, but also no.
Okay.
Yes, and.
Over the next like 5 hours or so, you start getting like not that you'd necessarily recognize this, but you are starting to
Right.
kind of get a little feverish for purposes
that's
of like
fine.
how you'd feel and be playing it.
Yeah. I wouldn't think anything of it, to be honest.
Okay.
After being exhausted the day
Yeah.
before,
It
I'd
would
probably
feel very
just think of
similar to
residual.
exhaustion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ithri thinks he's getting feverish, even if he isn't.
A phantom fever.
Yeah.
Yep.
And really, like.
Are you the
he's-
kind of guy that like Googles your symptoms and
I'm not.
diagnoses
E3
yourself?
casts like commune
it-
and divination. What could this be?
Ithri's never had a tick on his neck. And then been told there's eggs in it.
To be fair, a tick the size of a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. You Google it. Oh, hang on, I'm dying. No, never mind.
Well, you'd have to cast divination and find out you're dying. Interestingly, though, by late afternoon, when you guys do get early evening, when you come in sight of the ruins of the moat house, you find that there is someone there already. As you approach the rotted drawbridge, you can hear kind of amazed laughter. And stepping through, you can see Elmore, the farmhand, who's just like walking around, like hands on his head, like, "Whoo! Oh boy, look at what I found! Oh, hey! Hey, you
this
guys
is
found it
check?
too! Look at this!
Okay.
What are you doing here, Elmore?
Well, there was a path out here, and I just followed it. Look what I
Jesus
found!
Christ.
May I make a check?
What kind of check?
Insight, I guess?
Sure.
This is the town drunk, right?
I haven't
Yeah.
met this guy, have I? Oh,
yeah,
he
this
was-
is the guy that wanted a job.
9. Oh, that was almost a 60. Ah.
9. You can
9.
kind of smell a little alcohol coming from him, and probably your mind jumps to whatever conclusions that derive from that. Oh, you think there's anyone in there? I think this place is. I think it might have been abandoned.
I think we need to detain him until we clear it.
I
Detain
could-
him?
agree.
We could just show him Betty the spider.
We
She
could
detain
feed
him.
him.
If, by the way,
Betty.
if he's saying that really loud so that he can hear.
This is not the best place. to be.
Spider? Like a.
Yeah, it's like
Like a.
25 feet wide or something.
That's huge!
See that tower? Yeah, it's like it fills it.
Whoa! That thing must be like. How'd it get so big? Did you see those big frogs out front too?
The dead ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen them before.
How do you think they became dead?
You. Oh, you guys! You found this place
Elmore.
first.
Maybe you should go back to town.
Well,
No, I think we should detain. We detain.
well, guys, this he keeps asking for work. Maybe we could put him. What are you good at, Elmore?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. I can plow.
Can we use you as a lookout
Me too.
Oh yeah.
to
Yeah,
block a door?
I got a real good eye. Yeah.
The problem is we're going to be a long time, but we need you to hold a door and make sure no one comes through it.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Hold the door.
Could you
Hodor.
give me like a really big axe or something so I could like. Yeah, ha, if anyone comes.
I look over at A3. This is not the best idea.
I thought it would just keep him busy for a bit.
Don't forget that there was a possibility that there was at least 3 other bandits.
Junko,
No.
give her a nod. Go do it.
Who wants me to?
We'll just start going.
Are we detaining him now?
Yes.
Throw a rock.
I've got this, and I'll bring out a heavy crossbow without any bolts in it.
I mean, I don't want him dead. I just want him detained. That's why I was motioning to Junko to go do it.
We will
Oh,
need
yeah.
to keep him with us.
Why don't I'll take that and I'll just keep an eye out over here. I could go sit on the well, but oh, you guys can't see the map. Hang on.
Please,
There's a
Junko.
well?
The well? Did we know about the well?
Yeah.
Yes, we did know about the well.
Yes, we did.
Did I know about the well?
Yes.
Oh well.
Yeah, well.
Guys, why don't we just let him keep a lookout?
Because I don't trust him.
Well, then we're gonna
Oh,
have to
y-
carry him around with us.
You could
I
trust me.
suspect. Why?
Why?
I
Oh.
wouldn't recommend going in there more. You see this, and I'll point out the big fucking hole.
Oh,
Giant tick
spider. Oh,
fell
tick.
down and knocked me out.
Like the
Apparently,
little.
apparently
little.
there's eggs growing in it now.
Oh, that's
I was
sick.
kidding.
Ew.
I'll
That
lean
was-
over to him. I was kidding.
Oh, you guys seem really tough. I don't know if you need any help, but like I'd love to sit out here and keep watch for you or whatever I can do.
His name
I'm real
Elmore?
good with a big old axe.
Yeah.
Then how come you don't have your own?
Oh, well, I didn't think I'd need one.
Well, how you got one
Monster
at home?
Elmore.
Hang on. You telling me this guy walked 8 hours, at least, in the rain here, drunk?
I will note he has a longbow. You can see he is wearing a longbow.
Where's his can, alcohol?
He has a flask on his belt.
Can I have drink?
Oh no! This is my special brew.
How much for it?
Oh no, it's special. It's sentimental. That's what
I don't
Ma
want
says.
Cheap, just drink.
Guys, I have an idea. I'm gonna put a hand on Elmore's shoulder. Elmore? I'll lean in close. Are you the spy?
Spy? What kind of spy?
Are you spying on the town?
No.
Inside check!
Make an insight check.
Nat 20,
Nat
24!
20.
I will send
Hell
you a quick
yeah.
whisper.
See, you just gotta ask, guys.
Genuinely nearly spit my tea out. How,
Do it!
how does the most
Tell
bumbling
me, did you
detective,
do it?
I'm master
Well-
detective.
the
While
most
this is
bumbling
happening,
detective seems to manage to do it?
I'm just gonna walk inside the moat
Oh,
house.
in the map, we are inside the moat house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move inside here.
Token.
Just wait.
Ah, shit, I forgot to buy something from the store. Damn it.
Was it a javelin?
There you go, Cora.
No, it's gonna be
Okay.
for the rats.
I narrow my eyes at him. And I'll...
Look, I don't want to get under you guys' feet. If you want, I could just get out of your hair.
Why are you pretending to be drunk?
What? No,
I know you're not drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm Elmore.
Chinkle, take him out.
I bet this isn't even alcohol. I'm gonna grab his flask.
He's gonna try to back away. Make an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Acrobatics.
Ah, that
13.
was close.
Wait, guys, what's going on?
Damn it!
Damn.
He very quickly throws your arm away and moves for just a moment.
Way
He
too
moves substantially faster than you'd think he should.
See, you're not drunk.
Upon seeing this, can I draw my bow?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why are you lying? Why are you a
Ithri,
liar?
upon seeing that, Ithri's going to get his hammer out and say, I don't know what's going on. What are we doing?
Hang on, guys, hang on. Let's all slow down a bit. Don't need to come to blows out here.
That's all we've managed to do out here. Convince us otherwise.
All right. I'm going to reach for my longbow. I'm going to put it on the ground so you can see clearly I have no weapons. All right?
I still have.
Honorable.
Guys, it's okay. If he makes a move, I'll just smack him.
Put the
I've
longbow.
got
I'm
my
watching this from
quarters
the
down.
entrance.
I'm not out here to tangle with you guys.
Then why
Blame
lie?
yourself. Why are you here?
To make sure you don't get into any trouble that maybe the rest of us have to clean up after.
Who are you, Elmore?
I'm Elmore.
And why pretend to be drunk?
Because a friendly dwarf was
Because
drunk and happy with him, I think.
Because you've been shaking the tree a considerable amount. You've shaken a lot loose, and there's some things that we'd prefer not get shaken loose.
Who is we, exactly?
The Viscount
Viscount?
Who's that?
Does
of
that ring a bell?
Vigormount.
What?
The Viscount of Vigormount. I work for Vigormount.
I'm gonna back away from him. Oh,
Would I know what this is,
Yeah,
Tim?
do I
Like,
know
when
what
Yes,
you say that?
you know that Vigormount is overseen by a Viscount. They're
that-
the civilian leader aside from the church.
Is it like
Okay.
their equivalent of Rutger?
Yes,
Okay.
but on a
why-
much bigger, more royal scale.
Why are you here?
Is there a way you could prove this?
Yeah, proof.
I'd like to, but obviously it wouldn't do if I died for the bandits to just pick my body and find the evidence. No, I'd say there isn't a way to prove it. Unless you want to go back to Vigormount and speak to the Viscount directly, or speak to Father Terrison, who can confirm, or Burn.
Elmore, you say you don't want us to shake too much. What does the Viscount not want to come out in the open?
Well, maybe this isn't the place to talk.
Come inside.
Maybe that's not the place to talk.
Well, this is where we are right now. This is where our business is.
Then you must understand that there's some things I'm unwilling to say out loud. For safety. What I can tell you is that you guys have done some good work. Your intentions are beyond reproach, but we'd just as soon not have you unwittingly trample on any of our carefully placed eggs in the basket.
Can I do a check to see that he's not lying?
Make an insight check. Mind
What?
you,
What eggs? What basket?
there are certain old elements that dwell in this area. Yeah, Therithiel, at this point, you're so bewildered that he's not even drunk, that he's like a totally different person, that you're kind of still stuck on
How
that.
is he not drunk?
What?
What is this acting?
There are certain factions who've dwelt in this area for a long time with deep roots in the area, and we just want to make sure that when it gets plucked, all the roots go out with it. And we want to make sure that in your gusto, you don't pluck a stem and leave the roots behind. And that's why I'm here.
And what
So-
exact?
So then were you here to assist us? Or here
If
to
I
see-
could, I was hoping to assist you and kind of steer you in the right direction.
So you're not involved with the church at all?
I am. Though more of an alliance with the church than direct affiliation.
Oh. Okay.
You say steer us in the right direction. Is that not here?
No, it's here.
You mean down below?
I do.
And that is where we're heading, Master Elmore.
Yes, well, we want to make sure that should you head down there, that you don't miss anything that could later be a problem. There are a few secret sections in the basement below. I don't know where they are anymore, but we know they're there. And we know that there are certain entities operating down there.
Are you here alone?
I am.
So then you were here when it was cleared last time?
I was keeping an eye out.
You seem to know a lot of this place, so that's just why I inquired.
That's my job.
I see no reason why an extra hand is a bad idea.
Well,
You know-
respectfully, I would just as soon stay out here. Keep an eye out, make sure that nothing untoward sneaks away.
If we're down there, how are you going to make sure we do a proper job?
I'm going to clean up after
Exactly.
you. And I'm going to make sure that nothing flees from the cracks running from you while you're down there.
How much are you getting paid for this?
I don't do this for money.
Yeah.
I do
Is
this
it for
because
the
it's right.
church?
No. It's for the people. The people of
Can I make an
Saragarda
insight check?
suffered. Yeah, go ahead. people of Saragarda suffered deeply at the hands of those who built this moat house, and I won't see it happen again. Guys,
That was
Suck.
almost a
Love
17
it.
We
too.
suck.
8.
You say hidden rooms. You say there was hidden rooms down here.
yes.
Can you perhaps tell us what we may find within those rooms if we stumble upon them?
Well, we don't know for sure, but I do know this much. A few weeks ago, there was an entire contingent of ex-Corvanian knights who I saw with my own eyes coming into this place, and they never left.
Arvanian
We-
Knights?
How
That's
long
right,
have you been-
former.
How long have you been here?
I grew
Today.
up in Hummelbank. Today,
I mean today, yes.
I came out here during the night.
Did you hear the chains rattling down below?
Chains? No.
Yes.
Haven't heard anything like that. Though with the
is-
thunder and the rain, that's not so surprising.
Yes. It is possible there are prisoners down there. Do you believe these knights to be prisoners?
No, I don't. I think they're mercenaries. And I think someone's down there hiring them.
Working for the Temple of Elemental Sin?
That's difficult to say, but given the recent signs in the area, I would say that's likely. I
And
can't
you
think
say
of
there was
anyone
a-
else with enough power and influence to hire ex-Corvanian knights.
And you say there was a dozen?
At least. And their commander.
Do I know anything about Corvanian knights? Like, are they supposed to be like elite builders?
Make a history check. Obviously, Junko, you don't need to roll on that. You know what you know.
Okay. Oh my god.
So, even with a 7, you've heard of Corvanian Knights. You don't know too much about them, but the stories go that they're supposed to be the elite fighting units of Corvania.
And that's where Junko's from. And
Elowin.
How much is a squadron?
Typically 6. One squad is 6.
Okay. I was thinking like 20.
Can we just have Cora roll for all of us?
I
Someone,
don't have training in history.
someone hired those knights. Someone brought them here. Somebody with money and influence. So,
We
I would be on the lookout for that.
we didn't seem to kill any of those when we first came here.
No, those were common brigands.
So it seems they may still be below.
Yes.
Do you want to come below with us, or you want to stay up here?
I want to make sure that you don't drive them out and into Hummelbank.
So
Oh.
here's my issue. Is we know that you've lied to us
That's fair.
for understandable reasons. And you're asking us to go inside into an underground.
If you don't want to go in there, suit yourselves. I'm not
Hang
going to
on,
make you
hang
go
on.
in there.
We are being paid to go down there. You want to stay up here, but I don't know that there's any other way out. And you could quite easily just trap us in there.
I found 2
How
sets
do
of
we trust
stairs, if that helps you.
Here
Here,
or elsewhere?
just inside.
We
If he's gonna like hang his head and be like, "Oh, we're shit detectives,"
I believe we found at least one set of stairs.
is the other one a well? Because in the books, it's always a well.
No, actually, I thought so
Oh.
too, but well's just a well. I did
It's
look.
Probably,
Don't know
It is
if I'm
probably the room with
disappointed
the-
or pleased.
Set of
it's probably
stairs.
the room with the all the mice and rats.
That's right.
I think we can trust him. I believe him.
Well, if Cora believes them,
Honestly,
Heck yeah.
honestly, I've had so much can, can't, will, won't, confusion, yes, no.
just go with it.
Should we just go hit stuff?
I mean, did you hear his noble cause? He just wants to do the right thing.
You don't have to trust me. I understand.
Kind of
I
vomits a
wouldn't
little
trust me
bit.
either.
Well,
Just like
Trust
Here's
that
the
I'm not
issue.
stupid. I'm not going to pick a fight with 6 of you.
Elmore,
Here's the issue I have. You know this better than we do, yet you're not willing to come help us out,
I'll help
help lead us.
in my way.
I think he wants to cover exits to make sure nothing escapes.
I
That
can
makes sense to
understand.
me.
Yes.
If you seal one of the exits, I'm fine with following after you.
Do you know which set of stairs may be the best to proceed down?
No. I know that one of them is completely covered in ravenous rats.
Ugh. Oh, that's the one room.
Yeah, I said that. So-
Oh,
I wouldn't
sorry.
recommend
Yeah.
going there unless you're prepared to deal with the rats.
I don't want to do that.
It seems there may be something big down the other set of stairs then.
Probably the ogre.
Ogre?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe there's an ogre that's been
We can
operating
deal
in
with-
these parts.
You could deal with an ogre, right? You two have experience with ogres. I stole your lunch.
I also have reason to believe there may be some goblinoids down below.
Why do
I've
so
seen
many
their
things
scouts
live
out
here?
in the area.
dark, dingy, wet, cold.
I don't
Do you
like
guys
that.
want revenge for breakfast?
It just depends if that is the ogre.
I think we should go ogre way, but I have one last question for Elmore before we set foot in here.
Of course.
What's in the flask?
I'll hand it to you.
I'll sniff it.
Smells like cherry, a little bit of brandy.
Oh,
Smells good. I'll just hand it back.
Press.
My one little joy.
You were being honest when you said it's a homebrew.
It is. My brother Otis made it.
Smells like something from home.
He'll frown. When you're in there, if you should happen to hear anything about a woman named Ilya, I'd appreciate if you could let me know.
why?
Who is she?
She's
You know
been-
Ness, Ilya.
Yes, that's her. You know her?
Not personally, I know of her.
She's been missing in these parts for some time.
How do you know her?
Well, I used to work for her. She was the intermediary between Vigormount and Hummelbank.
Well, how do you not know what happened to her then?
She disappeared.
Why didn't you find her?
I've tried.
Cora,
I don't.
that's a little too far.
It seems like
Looks down.
whatever's down in the basement is more than one man can handle. No offense.
Did you do
meant.
it?
Um,
I mean, either way, we need to go down there.
yeah.
We need to clear it. If we happen to find any information about Illyria?
Ilya.
I'm bad with
Ilya.
names. Oh, I'm bad with names, sorry. Then we will give you that information.
If worst case, she's down there and she's been killed, is there anything we could identify a body with?
She's not dead.
I really hope that's true. I just want to know if there's a way we can identify her.
She is unique. Gold hair. You'll know her when you see her. She was, her lineage was blessed.
Is she human?
Mostly. I think she was something touched by the upper planes.
ASMR?
Wait, or however you pronounce that word.
I don't know.
Did you say ASMR?
Just whispering
I
into
mean,
the microphone.
ASMR.
I don't know what that
I don't know how
is.
to say that word.
I've always said it ASMR.
ASMR.
I don't know what that is.
From his description, would I be able to know?
It would sounds like an ASMR. Yeah.
Okay.
But she had almost metallic gold hair. Gold eyes.
I have seen people with familiar traits.
Get a glance at Cora. See how much of the ink has come off.
You can't see anything. Her head's all bundled up nice and tight in that hood.
Did you see that?
Cora, what kind of face are you making when they say that?
I'm like staring at the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have noticed that about you.
We can keep an eye out. It was someone you were close to.
She was a friend. And more, she was a friend of my brother's.
Otis,
Yes.
you say was a friend. Is he? It's irrelevant. Never mind.
If you can find any information, don't hesitate to tell me. I speak for Vigormount when I say that this is important to us. I'm just a scout. I'm just here to check the pulse of the situation, to appraise it, and if I can, to disrupt operations. If you can take that a step further and resolve this, people will hear about it.
From what he's saying to us, does he really sound like just a scout?
Make an insight check.
You got this, buddy.
The fact that he's specifically
Higher than a
asking
10.
for this Illyria, natural 20. 21.
Nice. Nice.
I'll send you a whisper.
We can
Yeah,
only
my
roll
first
20s or
whisper.
below 10.
Alright, I bring up a question to the group. Well then, do you want to go through the rats or through the ogre?
Ogre.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that would be more fun to fight.
Do we need to clear the whole basement or the whole
Clear.
fort?
What is clear? The main concern in this area are any forces who may or may not be working for the temple, any mercenaries that they've been bringing in here, especially goblinoid, Corvanian, ex-Corvanian, or what have you.
Wait, are they ex-Corvanian goblinoids, or are those two separate entities?
I would hope they're separate. As far as I know, the Corvanians don't take goblinoids, but
It
No, they don't.
seems.
Thank
It
you for
seems
clarification.
they're recruiting anything and everything.
almost like they're building an army.
Yes.
Wait, so we're going down there to fight an army?
I hope not. I certainly hope not. Use your best judgment, but whatever information you find will be of value. If it
How
turns
about
out
this?
Came
We
in
go
with a
down there, do what we can, come back up, tell you what we did, and you can judge whether that was enough.
that seems fair.
Cool.
Are we done yet? No. Okay. Are we done yet? No. Okay.
We get a
Okay.
day.
I believe we'll know when we're done down there.
So Elmore, you're going to watch the rat door to make sure nothing comes out? Both doors?
I'm gonna watch both doors to make sure nothing comes out except you.
I presume if we don't come out, you're not coming in to find us.
Eventually I will. It's my job. But it won't be, it probably won't be a rescue mission.
Good
we want-
day, Master
we want-
Elmo.
Do we want to cover that rat door, or do we want to leave it open? Like, do we?
Can people, like, do we know if people can just run through big bundles of rats, or would they have to fight them on their way out? Like, do I know if goblins have an affinity with rats or
You-
anything like that?
You certainly don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a little flute, and they're just like,
Mm-hmm.
We
They're like the Pied Piper, but it's goblins and rats.
That'd be
that
pretty
sounds like
sweet.
a nice character concept.
we could try to block the entrance. We have enough furniture that would at least slow them, or bring it down. I don't know.
I'm happy to spend like a short amount of time doing that. I don't want to waste too much energy or time.
There's a lot of broken furniture. There's rocks. There's rubble. I'm sure we could.
There is
Yeah.
also the giant lizard that we left up here.
If we're sealing one of those entrances, I'm far more comfortable following you.
Let's seal the entrances.
I believe we should seal it. Yes.
I will listen to our esteemed leaders.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Oh, I
Mhm.
forgot.
So are
Get
you
to work, you three.
some kind of mercenary band yourselves?
No.
We are the guys. What do we call ourselves?
Insert name.
Ithri's already piling rocks. Ithri also has a really stupid idea for a party name, by the way, but no one else brought it up. So.
Go ahead. What
I
is it?
forgot to bring it up.
Is it being brought up?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just said, what do you
yeah.
call yourselves?
I kind of whispered to the group, like, what do we call ourselves?
I've got an idea, but it's terrible.
Any idea is an
Three's
idea.
Heroes.
Piling. Ithri's heroes. That is a better idea than mine. Piling rocks. Oh well, we're like fighting this elemental sin, right? Piling.
At the
piling.
moment, yes.
I kind
Well,
of
how come? Why don't we?
Rocks.
Cool. So, why don't we try and strike some fear into their hearts and call ourselves like elemental saints or something? I'm sure the church won't be pissed off with that.
If you guys could see Junko's face under her mask, she would be very unpleased. She's like making a face of like pure disgust.
Yeah, Ashley knows
No.
this is a terrible idea. If he thinks it's great.
No.
We do not have a name yet. No.
No, we are just.
Ithri's what was it? Ithri's
Three's
Amazing.
Heroes, what I say.
heroes.
We are
Yeah,
just,
that'll do.
We are just people that happened across each other.
So you
Trying
haven't
to
been
do
doing
some
this
good.
long. I guess that makes sense.
About 3 days.
Is it that obvious?
After that business with Jaros, yeah.
What do you mean?
How do you know about that?
How long have you been following?
I pay attention. It's my job to look out for Hummelbank. I need to know everything
Hey.
that goes on in town.
We caught the guy twice. Well, surely that's twice as good as.
No.
Did we catch
Wrong
him twice?
person.
Oh, Giras. I was thinking Zephyr. Never mind. Yeah, Giras, that was bad.
You've got some
Alright.
potential. Certainly.
What happened with Giras was not our problem. Our fault, sorry. He just
Ran off?
ran.
Oh, well, to be fair, we were given half a job with zero information.
We was
Yeah.
also fighting blight
I-
creatures.
I feel
so-
like we were dropped in the deep end with blindfolds.
I didn't agree
And
with
he had a
Rutger
bear!
appointing it to you guys. No offense, of course, but it wasn't your problem. That's probably not the
taken.
most professional he could have been.
I do recall saying something about not sharing our politics.
Yeah, well, I hear you haven't been very good at that either.
Sorry, that was Ashley, not A3.
I'm gonna walk out the room.
You already are out of the room.
I'm gonna walk into another room.
Someone is letting
Walking
Ithri
out of that
talk
room,
to
too.
This, guy. This is a bad idea.
All right, so we're
Yeah,
in the process of covering up that.
I'd say by about this point you've got the stairs pretty well piled, and they're like using the light. The rats are kind of staying just in the shadows beyond, but you can see hundreds of beady little eyes staring at you out of the darkness.
Does anyone have a lamp oil or oil in general, just in case?
I do.
I do not know.
Looking at the rats. Ithri's going to go and check the state of the bodies that we left.
There's
'Cause I
not much
presume we haven't
left.
gone in there. Okay. I don't suppose there's a dwarven-sized javelin in there, is there?
Actually, no. There is not. All of the weapons have been taken. All of them.
Spaghettios. That'd be the
It
spare.
seems.
That's all I say.
It
Are there bedrolls still here?
Yes, the bedrolls are still here.
All of them.
All of them.
Shall we proceed?
Yeah, let's go.
Hang on, I was
Master
looking to see if
Elmore,
I
are you
had
satisfied with the blockage of the passageway?
lamp.
Elmore.
Elmore.
Yes?
Elmore. Thank you.
Are you satisfied with the blockage of the passageway? Shall we continue?
It'll hold for now. If something's really determined to come up, they're coming up. But you're not exactly filling me with confidence leaving you on your own down here. So,
Oh.
Oh, that's not fair. We've done a good job so far.
I mean, we are pretty good at setting expectations low and going above those expectations just about.
I mean, I pretty much just want him to come along so he could give us a
Extra
layout
hand.
of the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been beyond the initial rooms down here.
Ferrifiel,
Yes, Master Dracon.
who wants to lead?
I will take points.
Be behind.
I will stand at the back if. Actually, no, I will stand like just behind.
Yeah, I'd rather have you up
Bit here.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stand by Elmore.
Tim,
Mm-hmm.
Ithri would like to, because so the door has been reconstructed in this main room. Has any of the stonework been reconstructed?
No. It doesn't look like it. Though you could make a perception check. No, I'm gonna, because you guys already searched pretty thoroughly last time. I would say
Yeah,
no,
but-
it doesn't look like it's been refurbished aside from the door.
Okay. Ithri wants to keep an eye out for any refurbishment of stonework.
Okay.
I'm going to be near the back of the group as we proceed.
Well, then, shall we proceed?
Yes.
Elmore is also going to stay at the back.
Do you want to?
I'm at the back, Elmore.
Do you want to? Do you want to torch Thorithia?
I would rather go in first without a torch and have one of you in the middle with a torch. I'd rather not let them know that we're...
I'm happy to go in
Approaching.
the dark. That's fine.
Before we head down there, Cora's just gonna say quietly to Elmore, "Sorry I snapped at you. I'm sure you did everything you could to find Elia."
I still am. I'm sure she's still alive out there, wherever she is. I understand.
Just nods.
I continue to go downstairs.
And we proceed.
I'll
Tim.
follow.
Bow at the ready, arrow not.
Let me
On
just
the
make
way
sure.
down, I'll just say, Cora, we're inside. You can take your hood off now.
I think maybe I should leave it on just in
Okay.
case.
Just in case more water
Yeah.
inside.
Well, you know how stalactites are formed, right?
Depends if it's a stone one.
Let me just make sure I've got all of this hidden.
Yeah, I'm going to be at the very back. Elmore can be in front of me.
So who's after me? Is it?
Junko?
No, Junko's behind Ferrifiel, then E3, then I imagine maybe Elowin.
Wait, I was third. Okay.
We have
Yeah.
light source, right? You guys figured that out.
Maybe
we
Elwin could
s-
hold the light source.
Yeah, we
Um,
said somebody in the middle.
I have torches, but we wanted to go down in the darkness first, just to make sure we had an element of surprise. If
Okay.
Well, this is the room that was blocked off. There was no obvious doorway or anything down here.
Yeah, yeah, that first room was just like a room.
Yeah.
No doorways or anything. I didn't go last time. I didn't go into the room. I just stayed on the staircase. It looks so
Almost
dark.
There. Now the tokens are filling up all of the current space, but obviously,
It's quite a small room.
yeah.
Do we
you
hear anything?
hang on. Let me cancel the. No, we don't need any more thunder. As you guys come downstairs, there's sort of an oppressive, dank darkness to the place. A thick darkness that chokes you with dust and decay.
Did
Like
I have
a-
this sensation last time I was here?
Yes.
Did I? Okay.
Yes. The stairs
Does it
empty
seem-
into a chamber that is 10 foot by 10 foot with no obvious means of exit.
Does the feeling of the oppressiveness, does it feel natural? Like we've just gone into like an underground area? Or
Yeah, feels like you've just
Okay.
gone into a really old, unused basement.
okay.
Ithri's gonna take his bare hands and rub them over the walls, like checking for cracks at the bottoms or the edges, or if there's any obvious.
Not that way.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Cracks on
Making, I guess this would be investigation check. I know, terrible, isn't it?
Wait, does he get advantage for being a dwarf?
Yeah, he's like
So-
basically rubbing what turns them on, right?
You have
Stone-
dwarven stone cunning, that's right.
Stone cunning is an intelligence check related to the origin of stonework.
I feel like that should still leading to you getting advantage, to be honest.
I was just reading.
I
out
mean,
the
if
skill,
it's
I don't-
work stoned, you might still be able to discern that.
You know, find that secret keyhole, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know.
I'll leave that to Tim to decide.
Just a second.
He's looking it up.
Say again? I had to fix something.
Oh, so stone cunning is an intelligence check related to the origin of stonework.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives me proficiency.
Okay.
So I guess I could
Yeah,
just
then that
roll
works.
Investigation.
We gotta add you a macro for that at some point. Remind me, and I will set up a macro for it. But yeah, it would be intelligence plus proficiency.
Is it an advantage?
No.
No.
16 anyway.
Oh, I rolled that at disadvantage by accident. But yeah,
Yeah, it would be a 16.
Plus 2 for proficiency. So
Okay, 18.
18.
And was there anything in particular you wanted to know about this? Just if it was like its age or?
I was looking to see if it was if I could figure out how the stone was worked, and if there's any figuring that out, if there's any obvious ways there's
Okay.
like bigger cracks,
So it is man-made.
drafts, that kind of thing.
You can tell that right away that all of this was probably some kind of natural cavern that they that they came in and did the equivalent of paving over. So all of this was built by design, clearly of human construct, or humanoid, I should say, construct. It's not dwarvish, it's not elvish. Yeah, probably a strong vibe that it is human. You get a vibe that it's maybe 10 years old, but that in 10 it probably hasn't been well maintained, so it's not as sturdy as it used to be.
I imagine Ithri will be saying this out loud as he's rubbing walls,
Okay.
like you do.
I did
But
keep
there's
an eye on this
no,
dwarf.
yeah, okay, whispering it out loud. But there's no obvious gaps in any of the stone or
Well-
between the walls or the floor or.
When you get to here, the stone is clearly made from a different material. and you're almost certain that this is a fake wall, the entire left-hand wall.
So
You get a similar vibe about the right-hand wall.
I can't tell if. Yeah, okay, I can see. It was all full. Okay, so yeah. So the right-hand wall is fake,
As is the left-hand.
Yeah.
and by fake you mean it is handcrafted, built, not out of stone, but
Correct.
blocks placed there.
It's paper
Not
mache.
even placed there. It's likely there's probably a catch somewhere. It looks like it raises up like a garage door.
Oh, guys, look for a secret hidden lever. Are there like any indents, outset bricks?
Could I look?
Or
I would
Before
say
we-
now that you know what you're looking for, you can find it pretty much without issue.
Before
Someone-
we step off the steps, could I check to see if there's a trapper of any kind? Or are we really?
Whoa,
like,
you're
on
well
the-
past
we're
that
off the
point.
stuff?
Yep. Well past that.
we filled this
Yeah.
room basically.
Yep.
We all died.
Well, I'm just saying that because I can't see anything in. It's just black screen for me.
Well, it's not. It's just the tokens are the room.
Yeah,
Literally
Oh,
every
okay.
square of room is filled with a token.
yeah.
That's the whole room.
Oh, I see. I just need to zoom in more.
It's a
Okay.
very,
Yeah.
very tiny room.
So then, look for a catch. So we all start.
Which one do you
Mine
want to
in the wall.
open? Left, right, or both?
Are there
Always
is
left.
there obvious catches and multiple catches?
Yes, I would say you can find both. One for the left, one for the right.
I will leave that up to the group.
Maybe we should ask Elmore if he knows. more
I
than
haven't
just
been
this
beyond
room.
this chamber. I didn't want to
whispered-
stir the rat's nest.
I whispered under my breath, "Why did we bring you?"
He's going to choose to ignore that.
So we came in. Hang on. This is actually not A3.
Work
So
it out,
the-
man. Work it out.
Right hand wall goes back underneath the keep. The left hand wall goes outside to under the water.
That makes sense.
I think both technically would go under the water.
What?
'Cause if
No,
we're,
one would go under the keep.
Yeah.
This would be under the keep.
Yes. Yeah, I was imagining facing down the stairs. Right is under keep.
Yep.
Left is
And this would go
under swamp.
away from it.
Oh, yeah.
If there was going to be a trap under swamp, would be easier to do. Shall we see if you can hear anything on that side, you two? Who is it?
Ferithiel and Cora.
Cora and Therithiel. Ears against the wall, and we'll do the same.
I will. Put
I
my
hear
ear
a
against
cough.
The wall, see if I hear anything.
Sorry, guys.
I will
Kill
do
him.
as he says and put an ear to the wall, see if I can make out anything or.
Make a perception check. Don't
I
forget
would do
to
the same.
get rid of that nasty perception.
Yeah,
Also,
back to normal.
Dracon, you have the poison condition. Make sure you've got disadvantage on everything.
Ooh, nasty.
Is it everything, yeah?
Everything. You should be able. I think there's a poisoned condition, isn't there? Or is that just Pathfinder that does condition?
I see it on the D&D Beyond one. I don't see it on...
Oh, bummer. Okay, well, just make sure then that you account for that, because I noticed
Okay.
we forgot some disadvantage rolls.
That's fine.
Cora, just roll all
You
the dice,
guys-
Cora, just all of them.
Listening at the on the moat side.
I did also tell Junko to but we'll wait until she's back. Sorry.
Okay, you don't hear anything.
I cannot discern.
Actually, yeah, you don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
E3, you hear what sounds like meat being torn off of a bone and something really loudly chewing,
Guys.
followed by a loud belch.
Raycon on the back of the stairs just eating a haunch.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
I hear sounds of mastication.
Whoa!
PG
Oh.
channel.
That's the ogre then, right?
It would seem so.
It's pretty loud. I mean, if I sound this bad when I eat, that's gross.
Oh, you don't.
You
I've
sound
eaten with
this
you.
bad,
You sound
Master
fine. What? It doesn't.
Do you suggest we go through this door, E3?
I mean,
I'd rather catch, if it is an ogre, catch us by surprise and catch it waiting for us.
So
yeah,
we barge in and then.
yeah. Here's the thing: if you guys can get ready for your attacks, I don't know how.
Just-
I mean, this stone door might take some time to move, but if it's quick, we might be able to get an attack in before he stops eating.
Just remember that we are in a very, very tight space. We need to be in
Do you
there
wanna-
with him,
Would you rather go that way and see if there's a way round?
perhaps. I am on the stairs. I can't do much from up here.
Well, as soon as we go in there, we just spread out. Make room for the rest of us.
The problem is
Ogres,
only 4 of us can fit in this bit.
Yeah, but
we don't know how big the room
other
is.
room is.
Yes. I believe.
Well, it is clear he can't come upstairs from here, so there must
Hammer
be
out.
a bigger room beyond this wall.
Left or right?
I vote for the ogre. Or troll or whatever it is.
Okay, E3. If you want to hit the switch.
Everybody ready?
I'm ready in action to attack the ogre.
Same.
Just hear that electric garage door.
I will have
Imagine.
light hammer out and maul out. Or warhammer, technically. And
the
then
big
I
round corner.
will flick the trigger that I think activates this door.
I'm on my knees just waiting to get a shot through.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
By the way, I think the draw drops down, but I don't know if I made that clear. So if you're on your knees,
Oh.
you're going to be waiting longer.
Well, I'll figure it out as soon as it starts moving.
Well, it goes up. It does go up.
I'm running.
As the door
That's a big one.
rises, leaving a 10-foot gap, you can see a much, much larger open chamber with a vaulted ceiling held up by 4 columns. Not that the vaulted ceiling is very high, it's only about like 15 feet. But
First thing you see is that treasure.
Mm-hmm.
you can see, actually it's a fairly dim, dark room. It's not naturally lit, but seated on a pile of furs and blankets and some skins, you see a large man, sort of. He's bulky. He has a mixture of muscle and fat, almost hanging off of his bones. Big jowls and tiny, beady little yellow eyes. 2 massive tusks coming down, and he's tearing into what looks like a horse leg. Uncooked, it's just bloody, and he's just tearing into it, spattering bits of meat and blood across the floor. And he stops, like chew, chomp, chomp, gulp. And
Does he
then
hear us?
before we roll initiative, he's staring right at the door.
Okay, okay,
We're gonna take a break right here.
okay. Quick question.
Yep.
What's
Is he
in that
the-
treasure chest?
Is he the ogre that stole mine and Junko's breakfast?
Actually, yes.
Yes, I was gonna
shit.
ask that.
Wait, you guys were
Revenge.
eating the leg of a horse. Fuck.
No, he didn't take.
Not
That was called a goose joke,
was-
sir. And don't you judge us.
Touche.
Yeah,
Touche.
We
Eat
were
what you gotta
hungry.
eat.
And we're back.
We're back. Oh, I did so good.
You were, yeah. I thought my fake out was going to get you for sure. Well played. Well played.
Welcome back.
Are back. And let's roll some initiative right out the gate. But before you do, just want to remind you guys to have your token selected when you roll.
No, I don't want it anymore.
Well, too bad.
I want to be
The
someone
very
else.
best.
Oh, I closed my character sheet because I'm a dum-dum. Oh wait, no I didn't. It just wouldn't show up. Okay.
I did select it.
Pog.
Ooh,
Ooh, peripheral doing
Therifiel.
wow. Best roll he's ever had.
That is
It
yeah.
ever will have.
ever will exactly.
Uh-oh.
It's all downhill
Nice.
from here, folks.
So I got a message saying it didn't go to the thing because I didn't select it, but I did select it. Did it not go to the thing?
It did
I
not.
don't even see your roll there. Oh yeah, I do. I lie.
Oh, I think I'm being a noob.
Did you unselect it?
I had the wrong tool. I
Oh,
don't
you was
know
on the
how to-
arrow. The
I don't know
clicked on
how
the
to
wrong
roll
thing.
20. Yeah.
That'll
No,
do
I
it.
clicked on me, but I didn't do it with the mouse.
Yeah.
So my initiative was real good. It was a
Why
10.
is there two initiatives being rolled for the DM?
Elmore
And
and the ogre.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, or it's about to get not so
The
good.
surprise boss we're gonna fight.
So
That-
my
This is just a
the
mini
mimic.
boss. Yeah.
I have a question about surprise rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like you get one action, or is it like you get a whole turn?
You get a whole turn.
And then it just goes into initiative order.
Yep.
after everybody's gone, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So we could do a lot of damage, hypothetically,
Oh, we'll
before
see.
it even gets a turn.
All right. So, Therithiel. He is just kind of, is looking up, kind of stupidly, a little bit of horse meat just hanging out of his mouth. Kind of like drops into his lap, and he, What do you do?
I want to come right into the room as soon as I can. Just right there. Wait, is that in front of E3? Right there, yeah, and let loose an arrow to his face.
Let's see what you got.
Longbow.
Very nice.
26 to hit.
26 is going to hit. And kind of stabs right into his pudgy, fat cheek.
Good.
Chew on that.
As it goes in.
So what the fuck, man? I was eating my horse leg, bro.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I kind of just motion everyone keep on going through.
Okay,
That's
Cora.
my turn.
Cora will rush in. Oh, he's big!
Yeah.
I've got my staff out.
And he's seated with his legs kind of splayed out on the ground. Sort of like the toddler sit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ready to
Oh.
do a temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hope that thing doesn't happen to me that I've seen in movies. I'm gonna run up to him.
They have movies?
You know, moving
Oh.
pictures,
I don't know if that's the best idea, Cora.
plays, and I'm gonna smack him with my staff. This is what you get for stealing lunch. Smack.
He didn't steal our lunch, to be clear.
Stealing any lunch is a crime.
You technically don't know that it was him.
I just assume it was.
Okay.
Oh crap!
All right.
I rolled a 1. You
You swing with the quarterstaff, and he just kind of whacks the staff away with his horse leg. No, my lunch.
I get another attack.
You do.
I'm gonna smack him. I'm gonna punch his gut. Because that's what I can
Boing.
reach. Probably just bounce right off
That's
it.
fair.
Punch him in the dick.
14.
14 hits.
I know you stole the lunch.
Ouch! As you punch him right in the belly.
I feel so bad.
Don't feel bad.
That's it.
Junko.
I'm going to knock an arrow and shoot. But first, a word from our sponsors. Just kidding.
Oh,
Which one
I was
was
waiting,
that?
to hear, I was
I was-
waiting for like some spectral sponsors.
I was gonna come up with something else.
So Ashlow, you can just insert
right.
something there.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond.
14.
Okay, so you get sneak attack, and I believe you have a class feature relating to sneak attack on surprise rounds. Is that not correct?
Oh, I do.
What about enemies that stole our breakfast?
So that's
Oh, I just have advantage.
no. Check the assassinate
Hit,
ability.
Score against, yeah, I'm reading it. You and
You have advantage
any hit you
and
score against a creature is surprised
critical?
is a critical hit.
Is a critical hit. So
Look,
What did they say?
what? The sneak attack's already in there. You got 3. You don't need to do the 7.
Oh, I don't?
Yeah, see, that's the 3.
Oh, when
14
did that
damage.
get there?
You have the box
Last time we
checked.
did put it.
So
Can we take the 7 though?
roll damage a second time because we're gonna add to that 7. Because sneak attack, it's ×2, so you do the dice again. So 7 plus 14,
wait, what?
right? It's just time. Sneak attack
Yeah,
is
yeah,
doubled.
Would it not be the 7 doubled into 14?
No.
Well, that is
Well-
an optional thing. You can either double the dice or roll more dice.
I always do it double the dice because that's how Roll20 defaults on a critical hit. So we're just simulating that. Okay, so you do 14 plus 7 for 21 damage. Where were you aiming with this arrow? Like, what kind of a...
Oh,
What does this look
oh
like?
God. I'm trying to see his face.
Hit him right in the lunch.
He's got tiny little eyes and a giant mouth and
Shoot him
head.
in the nipple.
I'm gonna give him a tongue piercing as he's talking.
So he's like in the middle of trying to pull his horse leg away from Cora, bellowing it's his lunch, and you suddenly shoot him, and your arrow it runs clean through his tongue and into the mouth, in his cheek, and he's like bellowing, and there's a moment before you hear a crunch, and he gulps down the arrow,
Aww.
but he still takes 21 points of damage,
But still a cool shot.
and there's just
so-
blood
Oh.
falling out of his mouth now.
Poor guy.
Dracon,
And then I'm
Oh.
gonna hide behind the pillar.
bonus action stealth check.
Yup.
To be clear, though, he still knows where you are. He
That's
will know you're
fine.
there.
But he can't see me, so I feel safe.
Okay,
It's the illusion of safety.
It's the old.
it sure
You
is.
can't see me.
Okay, 16. Dracon.
I sprint to the chest. No, I'm joking.
What chest? Oh, that's just on the map.
This.
Yeah, that's not. I guess there's probably some old furniture in here. We'll go
No,
with
there
it.
better bloody not be. Right. Okay, hang on a second. Was it this one? Would I have to run down here and then go left? Or can I account for like that being 10 foot?
Yes, you'd have to run down all the way. You can't run through a stone wall.
Man, okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just gonna run straight to here. Have in line of sight, I would like to cast at disadvantage. the
That's
way.
35 feet, just so you know.
I'm gonna go here, behind
There you go.
Miss Junko, and I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay, now we're talking.
Oh, I should probably
12 to hit.
alt right here.
12 will still hit him.
Okay, that's 7 damage.
7 points of cold. What does that look like as you do that?
I just raised my hand and I'm not even sure what I said it was last time, to be honest with you, but this time at least.
Went like this.
Yeah, it's like a little blue orb, but this time it's going to be, I don't know, like a snowball, but just with like snowflakes, if that makes sense. just
Gotcha.
like floating,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just throw it at the guy.
Okay. And like there's a trail of snowy motes that are left in the air behind it as it launches through the air and strikes him kind of in the jaw, turning his head aside, and like you see the ice spread down his neck and chest a little bit. And he
Yep.
like as he moves, you can hear cracks in the ice as it's just breaking off of him.
He only has 10 feet of movement next round.
Noted. Okay. Elmore is going to go 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to stay along the wall. And he is going to fire with the longbow. The first attack misses. He fires one arrow just as the ogre like swings the horse leg up, and the arrow just thunks right into the horse meat. He fires a second arrow, and this one catches the ogre in the left side of his chest for 6 points of damage. E3.
Is he looking like he's shrugging these blows off?
No. I mean, at first he was, but he's looking like he's taken a beating now. Particularly
Okay.
the arrow through the inside of his mouth, like that really messed him up pretty bad.
In that case, I think Ithri is just gonna run in. He can get to here, I believe.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
25, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just gonna whack him. He is gonna he's gonna swing his hammer at the side of his knee
Okay.
and try and. Is he still sat down?
He is still sat down.
He's gonna like cap the top of his bent knee.
That's
try and
unfortunate.
take the kneecap off.
Okay, that's just mean.
I
That's
like
just
it.
mean.
Yeah. I wanted to.
What
What if this guy was
incapacitate.
nice?
I mean, he stole a big skillet full of bacon.
Oh, he
Exactly.
must die. He
With
must die.
eggs and everything.
And
yeah.
eggs.
And-
Yep.
I take it
and
back. He
Horse
has to
stuff.
die.
Yeah.
Right, so because I haven't done that, I'll
Steal
take
anyone's
that off.
bacon.
Do one of these.
E3.
Only 8 to hit.
Your rolls
8
are
will
10
not
out of 10.
hit. But
So
it
much
would have hurt
damage,
really
though.
bad, though. It would have hurt really bad
Just
if it
bonk
had
him.
hit. Yeah, you go to bring the maul down, and he just kind of moves his leg and kicks at you, and it just kind of knocks you back, interrupting your swing, and the hammer kind of falls to the side, and you have to shift your momentum a little bit.
Hey,
It would be his turn, but it's a surprise round, so now it's Elowin. I'm beginning to wonder if he's not going to get a turn.
I hope not.
Seems likely.
that was why E3 didn't rage yet. I was just like, do I need to reduce any damage if he's not going to do any?
Elowin's going to move over here. I think she has a ranged attack, right?
Yeah,
Ice
yeah.
Knife.
sure.
Don't use ice knife, please.
Something that won't hurt anyone else though.
Now she's gonna cast Produce Flame, throw it at him. As she runs into the chamber, she utters some quiet magic words, and flames form in her two hands. Which, as she kind of turns, she turns sideways and hurls it through the darkness. 11 actually hits him. And there's a little flame on him. It doesn't catch because he's not wearing any clothes, but it leaves a nasty
Oh.
burn on
Not
his
even
belly.
a loincloth?
He has
That's
a loincloth.
why-
He does have a
What I
loincloth,
missed.
but
I got distracted by.
Massive
there's so
schlong.
much to see. So much to see. Therithiel.
Big floppy boy.
Yeah. Ugh, I doesn't need to see that.
I will push. Oops. Push up here. Bring another arrow, and shoot him again. Trying to aim for the face.
Okay.
Oh, the face. 12.
12 will hit. for 11
poison
damage. Ouch.
Very good damage.
That strikes him right in the face. Again, kind of this time instead of the cheek, kind of in the lower jaw and up, and you can see it goes in deep.
Oh, that looks like
Don't
it
steal
hurt.
beacon. End my turn.
Cora.
I'm so
Like-
glad that you guys are like with me and Junko on this.
Yeah.
Stealing
I'm gonna like
our
reach
unified
out to
group.
like fist pump him, like
Yeah.
whenever he sees it, just like.
I got you. Go.
8 hit.
Nope. Once again, he kind of shoves you away. He doesn't want any.
I smack him in the gut with my hand again. It's a 18 hit.
Do you want this to be lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal. I
Tell me what it
guess.
looks like.
I'm punching him in the gut. So I guess I'm just like trying to
Like,
punch him so
uppercut.
hard that I like just. Or can I reach his chin? Can I like uppercut and go?
I mean, you
right in
could
his
you could
chin?
clamber right up on him. I mean, get whatever
Sure,
you want.
yeah. I'll clamber up on him and like undercut his chin.
Okay, so when he swings the horse leg, it knocks the quarterstaff like away from him, but you catch onto it with your hand and kind of ride the horse leg, and then scramble up his arm onto his like shoulder and head, and a vicious, probably elbow. You think?
Yeah, sure.
Vicious elbow to the jaw, with a solid enough crack that it sounds like a large piece of stone striking another piece of stone. It like knocks him backward and his head ricochets off the stone behind him, and then he just lays slumped out cold.
I did it.
Combat's
Nicely done,
over.
Cora. Nicely done.
I feel a little bad. He was just in here eating.
So
Jaina
there's-
stolen bacon.
there is only one other door
Two.
out of this room, correct?
2.
I can only see one.
There's a
I can
door
only
here
see- Yeah.
and a door here.
I'm gonna. Ithri's gonna run straight to the biggest one, and listen,
Okay.
I will kind of take up
and like point
center position here and just
to
stand by.
someone check the other door.
I'm gonna slowly walk towards the chest.
Okay.
I'll go to the door then.
Oh, good. I'll go with E3 and listen.
Okay.
I mean, I do look like a dwarf, I guess.
E3, Junko, and
I mean,
Therithiel.
I feel sorry.
Make perception
Like 7
checks.
foot tall.
Perception. Something higher than a 10.
Very
Oh,
good.
excellent. 21.
Nice.
And 13 from
I
E3.
mean, that is higher than a 10.
Okay. And Junko?
Gotta do that, don't I?
Yep.
That's the thing. Ooh.
Oh,
very good.
hell yeah. 22.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So E3, you don't hear much coming from the other side of that door. It sounds quiet. Therithiel and Junko, you both can hear, "Help! Help! Help us! Gods, help us! Someone out there!"
Ithri
just,
will
like,
turn around
In here!
and say,
I'll look
nice.
at E3 and be like,
No. Oh, okay. Are we going in straight away?
Junko,
Like,
check for
people
traps
need
before we
help.
open the door.
I will look for traps.
Okay. And Cora and Dracon, what are you two doing during all
I
this?
turn to look at Dracon as he's going towards a chest.
I'm just eyeing it over carefully, not touching it, just having a look to see if there's anything out of the ordinary with this chest.
Okay. You can make an investigation check. Junko.
Which is it? Investigation?
This is me, yeah.
What would it be? Yeah, if you're searching something that you are familiar with, it would be investigation, right? So yeah, it would be an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm familiar
7.
with doors.
7. Dracon, as far as you can tell, it's wait, you mean 17?
Oh, sorry, rolled it twice for some reason. Yeah, 17, sorry.
Yeah, 17. As far as you can tell, the chest is not trapped. You don't see any signs of a trap on it. In fact, it's not even shut all the way. There's cloth and like dirty, smelly blankets just kind of sticking out of it, preventing it from shutting.
Somebody sort of put this. No, never mind. Never mind.
Are you continuing with Junko? Or...
Mm-hmm. Junko.
Okay.
You don't find any signs of a trap on the door,
However,
though you can see that it is barred from your side.
you can unlatch it.
Just like lift the...
Yeah.
Okay. Door's now open.
While that is happening, can I just glance quickly at Elmore to see if he's noticed the ogre's alive, or if he's reacting to the fact that it wasn't killed? Or if he's reacting to us doing stuff? Or is he
He's
just...
kind of keeping an eye on...
Okay.
He's just watching what everyone is doing and staying at hand if he's needed.
Cool.
That's a very good point. Why didn't we kill him?
Are you asking that in character? That didn't sound like...
Why didn't we kill him, Miss Cora?
Have the
Oh.
opportunity, Draco.
I guess I wasn't really thinking about it.
You do remember that we are here to clear this place of anything.
Well, we could. Is there such a a catch and release program? Can we let him off into a field somewhere?
I don't believe ogres are part of the catch and release program.
He just looks like a big, ugly, fat baby.
That doesn't mean he's not dangerous, Miss Cora.
Yeah, but isn't there like an ogre preserve or something?
Not that I know of, Miss Cora.
That ogre would eat you without hesitation.
Is it?
I mean, people eat other animals.
By the way, when that door opens, Tim, I will not be the first thing people see.
So you're not opening the doors, what you're saying?
Not yet. Someone else can.
Okay.
Is
I'm
it locked?
keeping
Is it
my face
open?
mask on.
It is
I will
now
open it.
unbarred.
I will push it open.
Okay.
And I will stand over here.
I will... If you're moving, I will move into the position you were in.
Yep.
Pushing
I do push it open. Don't go through it, but I push it open.
pushing the door open. One moment. Oops.
Okay, now I will go through it. Just right here.
You can see sort of a wide square chamber. It's damp. It's moldy. You can see a number of torture devices placed about, like pokers, some pliers, a few sinister shaped odds and ends that look like they have pointy razors and such about them. There are 2 cages, and in each, and mind you, these cages are quite large, but in each cage there's only 1 human, 2 men, and between the 2 cages, hanging from irons on the wall, is a gnome. And all 3 of them are kind of... the room is completely dark, so all of them are just kind of squinting at you, Therithiel. Is someone there? Gods, tell us you've come to help.
Is this one of these situations that I'm allowed to talk? Or should I
Yes.
keep my...
you're-
Hi! I think we're here to help, but...
I still have my bow. Arrow Noctis train at them. Scanning the room.
Like, I'll walk
Taking
in and,
another
like,
step into it. Yeah.
I'll push his bow out of, like... Just be like, I don't think that's required, as I step in.
Okay.
Clear the room.
Are you guys... Is there a key for you guys? Cora, check the ogre for a key.
Do it. Okay. I start reaching around and checking.
I'm
for the
happy
key.
I'm happy to do it if not.
Don't look
I-
under the
Loincloth.
loincloth.
I got it.
Lift it.
Wait, look under the loincloth?
Don't.
Oh my god, it's huge.
What is that even?
I'm searching him for a key, I guess.
It won't be there.
Is the gnome
He doesn't
dangling?
have a lot. Yes, the gnome is hanging. His feet are not touching the floor. He's just hanging
If
by the
he's gonna
wrists.
run and like grab the chest and take it into that room and put it under him so he can at least stand.
Okay.
What chest?
If
Oh,
it's big enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonna
I mean, it's
steal my chest.
You can do that absolutely. Thank you, as he like gets his feet on it. Oh, savage brute! Do you have the
What?
key?
Not yet.
What about the others? Did
What
you find the
others?
others?
How many others?
There were 4
What
others. He's been taking them out.
Who has been taking?
They weren't horses, were they?
No,
Good.
no, he's been taking them every. I don't know. How long has it been?
Who has been
About
taking them?
it's been about 3 days. Okay, every several hours, I guess. I don't know. There were
Who-
screams.
What? So that
Who has been taking what from here?
The ogre. There was an ogre.
so the ogre comes here and takes a person out.
Yeah. Our
Okay.
caravan got hit. We had a guard. He got thrown, and after that, we were helpless. We surrendered to the bandits. They took us down here and locked us up.
Calm
And
yourself.
then-
So Ogre has been taken care of for the moment.
Oh, thank the
Quick
gods.
over game-ish question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this door big enough for an ogre to fit through?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to check
Yes.
that. Yeah, okay.
I mean, in the same way that, like, the average human door isn't actually 5 feet wide, it's the same thing. Like, the ogre itself isn't
Yeah.
10 feet wide. It's just,
No, I just wanted to
yeah.
make sure that wasn't a lie.
Yeah.
Aura, have you found a key yet?
Cora, on your end, the ogre doesn't have anything on him, it looks like.
I don't see anything.
Is there a key ring just hanging on the wall next to him, or the door, or in the room? You know, where somebody would just hang
Check
up a
the
set
room.
of keys.
Make a perception check.
It's gonna be bad.
Making sure my
9.
hood and mask is on, I
You don't
would
see
go
one.
and try and pick some locks.
Okay, go ahead. Dracon, you don't see anything hanging about anywhere?
Yeah.
So,
Check the chest. Maybe there's something in there.
sorry, dwarf. Stand on my shoulders.
I am a
Dwarf, He's
gnome.
a gnome. Yeah, no, that was an Ashley mistake, not an Ithri mistake.
Yeah, with him
no,
standing on it, it will be kind of hard to search the chest, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, him stand on my
okay.
shoulders while I open it,
Okay, he'll do that.
and then I'll
And,
search for a key.
Junko, you want to start on one of the cages? You can make a thieves' tools check. As you're searching through the chest, rummaging about, there's all sorts of stuff in here. There's candlesticks, there's dirty blankets, there's a whole, like, probably 1,000 cheap, fake glass beads of different colors. You find a whole bunch of copper, some silver.
Are the beads in a package, or are they just
No,
loose?
they're just loose. You do find a large iron key just mixed in here.
I'll take that and then try put the
It-
gnome back on the chest and try the.
Okay. It will fit, which is good because Junko, as you're working on the lock, it's not working out. It's a good lock. It's a little beyond you.
I'll do the gnome first because he looks
Okay.
most uncomfortable, and then send him out into the main room.
Once you free him, he's like clasping his wrists. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And he'll
What's name?
My name? Well, thank you for asking. I am Alvin Nacklemere Alnor, at your service. And he'll do like a little bow.
Can you write that in the chat?
Also, Tim, while this is happening, can I step towards Elmore so I can say something to him, please.
Yeah.
Master Elmore, it seems our ogre friend here is still alive.
I see that.
I'd be over
Do you
here.
mind dispatching him, please?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, man. Why is every roll a disadvantage, man?
Because you're poisoned. Because you're
God.
literally feverish.
Damn it.
I'd come in here with the prisoners, so I wouldn't be ready.
Okay.
10.
10. That seems little extreme. Your comrade seems to have taken some pains to keep him alive.
I don't believe she fully knows the dangers that this ogre possesses.
Probably
I
not.
would do it myself, but I do not have the required instrument.
Well, the one thing is for certain. Working behind the backs of those who trust you is probably not the way to go. I would talk to her, explain the situation to her.
I tried.
Well, bringing in a third party, I don't think this is a road you want to go down, Maester Dracon, isn't it?
Indeed.
If your group isn't going to see anything done with it, rest assured, it won't be leaving here to harm the people of Hummelbank ever again. On the other hand, if the girl, her name Cora, if Cora believes she can do something with him, I'm not going to interfere immediately. It's not my place.
I understand.
Nor will I stop you, though.
I appreciate it anyway. Thank you very much.
Gotta roll
Sounds so
above a
sad
10.
about it.
No, it's fine.
So while that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
Ithri's gonna just unlock people with abandon.
Yeah, all three of them,
And-
you can get them free.
He's also gonna say to Alvin, I don't suppose your guard was a dwarf called Seth with Beringen.
Yes, I found him quite overpaid for his performance.
Yeah, you were conned.
What?
What? No, he's got a reputation.
Yeah, he was working for the bandits.
Sodding.
But there were 4 more of you. Don't worry, we've dealt with Sethwith. But there were 4 more of you, were there?
The other human.
Yes, there were. Our associates.
Okay, just stay in this room for a second. Ithri's gonna go and try and find any human remains around where the ogre was eating.
Make a perception check.
I presume there was nothing in the.
Actually, you don't even need to roll, I would say. It's pretty apparent. There are some human leftovers.
Before he comes back, I whisper to them, I do not have much hope for your friends.
The humans look really stricken. The gnome seems completely whatever.
Just humans. Don't worry about it. It wasn't me.
You will escort us to safety, yes?
Will you pay?
Of course.
With what? Didn't you have bandits?
One of the humans. If you can get us to safety and you're willing to wait, once I get back to my family in Vigormount, we can have money sent to you.
I don't care about the money. It's just
What about these?
And the gnome, with that dexterity trick, dances a little plain iron ring over his fingers.
I'm gonna look at the other people in the party. I don't care.
That's cool. How are you doing that?
Cora.
It's a bit of dexterity. I learned it in the circus, you see. But that's another story. This is a very special ring. You probably want to wash it off before you take it and put it on, but yes, very special.
Perhaps it is best that we finish clearing the rest of the halls before we escort these fine folk.
No,
to safety.
no,
Cora, can I have a-
don't. You can't expect us to wait here.
We has job.
I mean, the way is open. Can't they just leave?
What's up, Easter?
Cora, can I have a second?
What? He's doing a cool. Okay.
Come here.
Okay. I'm actually standing right next to you.
Out of the room.
Oh, sorry. I didn't move my token. I went up here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What?
Like out in the hall. Being like,
Yeah, you don't have to actually move the tokens. That's more for battle. It's just for
yeah.
now so you can see the gist of what the map looks like.
Very quietly, so I don't want them to hear this yet. But I think the ogre's been. He's eaten their friends. I don't think we should leave him alive if he's got a appetite for humans. Are you
Oh.
okay if I deal with it? I didn't want to. Like, I thought he was just a dumb animal, but if he's eating people.
Stilly, can I do a check on ogres?
That would be nature.
I have no training in that. 10.
Yeah, rolls better than most of us.
10.
10, that says.
I have no training, so 10 is
That's-
my max, right?
No, that's
no,
only
that's
Pathfinder.
That's
Oh,
Pathfinder.
right! Haha, 15.
Ha!
It's like what the math? You've heard stories
That's a rule
of
in Pathfinder.
man-eating ogres and such. I mean,
Is that pretty typical for them to eat people?
yeah.
Are they typically pretty evil?
Yes, they're usually associated with evil.
Still bacon.
Though, are they
That's as
all
as you
evil?
get.
I mean, that's a question for the
Definitely.
philosophers.
I mean,
So
as
you
far
don't-
as I'm concerned, it's just a dumb thing that doesn't know any better. But if it's eating humans, we shouldn't let it continue.
Well, yeah, I don't want it to eat anybody.
No. If it was just like on guard because it was dumb, I was willing to set it out. But I don't think we should.
So what are you gonna do?
I'll deal with it. You go make sure those guys aren't upset about their friends. And I'm just gonna. I've got several daggers.
Oh, it's like taking
as
out
soon
Old
as-
Yeller.
As soon as Cora's like facing away, I'll just make
She's
sure it
gonna,
doesn't
like-
survive.
She's gonna like walk here, turn and look back.
Blood everywhere. Just
Just splurting out.
In artery.
You gotta keep our PG rating. You're unaliving him.
I'm
Unaliving.
unaliving.
Unaliving. Wait, we have to be PG?
No, that was
No.
Fuck that.
fuck
We
that.
fucked up.
Just like I've already
My
tortured
ears.
somebody.
Cora comes back looking very sad.
if the gnome is still dangling the ring, I will take it.
He'll pull it back.
That's once we get out.
I will call over Elmore. Elmore, your assistance, please.
He'll move into the room. The missing merchants.
Aren't you?
And then Elmore just kind of. I've been wondering where we'd find you. Fancy seeing you here.
You truly must be desperate. You get the ring once we're out of here, and not a minute sooner.
Elmore can escort you out to the top.
Yeah, I could do that. Gotta get a refill anyway.
And then I'll bring my hand out like that so you can give me the ring.
he'll give you the little iron ring.
Master Dwarf, Elmore, if you would see these kind folk out and return to us.
Sure. This is kind of a long way back to Hummelbank. You
Oh, do they want to go all the way back to Hamel? I thought they were
Yes, all of them are like nodding, and the gnome's like,
That would be best, yes.
What do you guys think?
We have work here. They can
We
wait.
could leave them with the dead frogs if they want an escort back.
I'm sure it's perfectly safe, and the big 20-foot spider probably won't bother them.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, the what? Ah, it's just a joke. Just joking. It's like a joke we got going. Right?
Right.
Yes, right. The giant spider.
Yeah, it's one of those in jokes that's only funny if you're
You have to be
half-cut.
drunk. You have to be drunk to understand
Yeah.
it.
So you guys can either wait here or wait by upstairs by dead frogs.
I give them back the ring.
Either way, ogre won't eat you.
Snatch the stupid ring.
I do give them some rations though, so they can eat something.
Oh,
Rations and
they
water.
will. That will assuage
water.
their mood very much. They need that.
And tell them it's probably safest for you to wait here while we clear the rest. We have already taken care of the ogre, and you should be perfectly fine here. We will be just making sure that it's safe for us to move about freely.
We are to stay here? And what if the bandits come back?
We will take care of them.
Or another ogre.
If more ogres come, the merrier time we will have. Do not worry.
They're all kind of muttering / chewing angrily at this.
Let me drop a ration. Then I would like to go out and have everyone go out and just lock them back in.
Oh, you're gonna lock them in. Okay.
Oh, well, I don't want them to run out and get hurt. I'm
That's
gonna lock them
fair.
in there.
So now they're your prisoners. So you've locked the merchants in and stepped back
Yeah.
out into the ogre's room.
Can I, after seeing E3 come and yoink the chest,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing that he's obviously now come and dispatched the ogre, can I search around the furs and stuff like
Yeah.
that to see if I see anything?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Please. Sweet baby Jesus. Nope.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Fuck. Somebody cure me.
You're feverish.
I mean, if you told anyone that you were sick, maybe, but you haven't
I
said
wouldn't.
anything.
I wouldn't think. I feel like it's not been long enough for me to think anything of it. So
Yeah, you might have just seen part of.
could be a
Being
cult.
old.
Last
You
time.
know?
Yeah.
Woman.
Maybe someone will notice that you're acting different.
Not
We'll
as
see.
seeing him go straight for that chest. No, he's just the same old, same old.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Oh.
going through the furs, like you're tossing stuff aside. There's a lot of furs in here. You're not finding anything though with a 7.
I'm just gonna like, and I walk over to the other guys.
So, apologies if I missed this, but is the plan for the prisoners to stay in their current room and we're going to clear the rest of the place?
Yes. I gave him some food, water, locked them in.
Cool.
Yep, we locked.
Um,
Keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
go-
locked in.
I'll go up to
Uh,
E3.
Hey, Kuro.
Did you do it?
Yeah, he's dealt with.
A giant puddle of blood.
I look over at the ogre. Is it all bloody?
Because like
I
Twitch is
mean,
just out of
he's
nowhere.
slumped, but I would imagine. How was there a particular way you wanted to execute?
They gotta make it sound that bad.
I imagine that Ithri's only ever done like stuff with animals, so he'd probably just do like a throat with a dagger.
Okay. In that case, yes, there's a lot of blood just running
Oh,
down
God.
his.
He was
Oh.
unconscious at the time. He wouldn't have felt it.
Okay. No one ever told me adventuring was so sad.
Yeah, I mean, like when we had to fight those guys before, they didn't give us a choice. But I've never killed people, and that felt pretty weird. I mean, ogres are less people-like, but he did come across as just a dumb baby. But if a dumb baby is eating people, then you've got to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Did Jingle go through this door to see if it was trapped or anything? She didn't, did she?
No.
Yeah. Would
Jingle,
you like me to check?
please, my dear. I
Please
can
don't
emotion.
Tell me that.
Oh.
Oh wait, was it investigation? Sorry.
Yes, to pat down a door, yes, it is investigation. Listening at the door would be perception.
That would just be a 13 then.
13. The door does not appear to be trapped. Though, interesting note, the hinges appeared to be well oiled.
It is
That-
used often.
That being the case, I would like to open it slowly.
Okay.
I mean, this is.
If you're in.
As you pull the door open, there's almost not even a sound to the door.
Quiet door.
What you find
Weapon out, because that's weird.
is another square room. Another door in that room in the southwest corner. This room is full of filth and broken junk, most of it looking utterly unremarkable. It looks, I mean, it's a lot of refuse, but that's about it. Just
Does
that
it
door.
look like?
The trash pile.
Does it look like the bits the ogre couldn't eat?
There are some bits like that in here, though a lot of it looks like broken furniture, ruined tapestries, like junk that might have been taken off of a wall or out of other rooms and just thrown into like a trash pile.
Might have been the not valuables from the caravan that they were sacking.
And there's just one other door in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Ithri's just gonna very sneakily, with the lessons that Junkei's been giving him, sneak up to the door and have a listen.
As he goes in, I look up to make sure there's no more falling ticks.
Why has Ashley not learned? Ithri should learn.
Like, as E3 walks past, you just kind of look up. The ceiling there's a lot of cobwebs hanging from up there, making the ceiling a little obscured. But you don't see anything, not immediately with your passive perception. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, yes, because we all know I'm very good at those.
You are very perceptive.
13.
Yeah, you don't
Better
see
than
any.
expected.
You don't see any hazards or dangers in the ceiling. No big bugs or ticks or anything.
I kind of look back toward the group and, well, are you joining us? And walk up next to E3.
My ear was at the door already.
And E3, you were making a perception check.
I would like to make my own.
You sure you don't want to depend on E3's result?
I mean, I have the confidence in
I
him,
don't know.
but
I don't know how thick this door is. I can't hear anything.
perception.
I mean, it's
I
on brand.
I
Love
think
it.
there's nothing
Oh
here.
my god.
You
I
guys,
got-
it's
Your cat.
definitely safe. It is so safe. It's
I've
clearly
got a new name
safe.
for our team, by the way. The Natural Ones.
That's a good name.
I mean, that's kind of a good name, yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Alright, I kind of step behind E3. Junko, once more, please.
What?
Can you
I
check
think-
this door?
Oh,
What are you
I
doing
thought
to
you were just
Elwyn?
listening to Wall, because
Just
I
walking
couldn't
around
see
her.
the door. Kitty cat, please move. Thank you. Suddenly, a cat appears and blocks line of sight. Investigation. 15.
15. Once again, the hinges on this door appear to be well oiled. Although you can see that the wall is a little like grimy and caked with gunk. The door looks like it's probably stuck. It might take a little bit of oomph to get the door to open.
Where do slimes usually reside? I don't
Where do...
Limes?
like slime ooze.
I've never met one.
Would I know that?
You can do a... Is Dungeoneering a thing in 5th edition?
No,
I don't
it's
think
not
so.
a check at least. It's not on the list.
History, maybe?
Yeah, I guess that'd be a history check.
Or
I feel like
nature.
Dungeoneering would
I
be
guess it would be
survival
it'd be
or
nature.
Either or, and probably.
I miss all my knowledge skills of Pathfinder.
Alright,
Can I make a
Yeah.
check for that as well?
I will
Sure.
do nature. 17.
Therithiel, you are familiar
Yay.
with the concept of oozes and slimes and such. They're basically just malevolent puddles of acid, constantly hungry. They tend to lurk in dank underground areas, particularly those that connect with the Underdark, a vast network of caves and caverns all interconnected through the world, basically.
We're not quite there yet.
You're not
You
quite
should
there
sli-
yet.
You should sniff that grime.
I'm sorry.
On
what
wall.
now?
Smells like grime.
It does not smell. It doesn't smell acidic to you.
Your nose gets stuck to it.
Though
Oh, God.
you have heard stories of people who have like moved slimes and oozes, and used them as like traps in an actively occupied dungeon. But it does take a lot of work and training to do.
I mean,
Also,
we haven't got any other way to go, right? Oh, we could try that other door.
Towards on the door. Oh,
Yeah,
the
when we
fake
came
wall.
down the... Yeah. It's either that or the slime door.
You guys think there's slimes in there or something?
I do not think there would be slime this close to the surface.
Be quite exciting.
Well, did you hear anything?
Up.
Not a
No.
thing. This door is...
That's perfectly safe behind this,
This,
door.
Here,
this
let
door
me
is
let me
real
take
thick.
a listen.
No need,
Don't-
no need. my
I
dear,
will
no
step
need.
aside for her.
Don't press
Yeah,
your ear right up to it because it's grimy.
And keep in mind, I'm not following along with the other tokens because I'm if combat breaks out, we're going to position tokens accordingly.
Yeah.
You
I
got a
don't think-
10.
10.
Better than them.
Hey,
For a
what?
moment, you feel like you can hear distant moaning, but the longer you listen, the more you realize, no, that's just like the wind whistling through cracks in the architecture of the place. It's not real.
Guys, this place sounds real spooky.
If I may, we.
What?
I'm next to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just sneaked up behind you, like, sad that I'm not finding any loot.
We are supposed to be clearing out the whole of this place. Am I right?
So we should probably just check it. Is that what you're saying?
Hammer
I
out.
believe
Step up-
we
step
should
back.
try. But let me have a listen first, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yoko
I'll
will
be
happily
s-
step back.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
that was
spooky.
Cool move too.
Come on. 13?
13.
With
slightly
disadvantage, you got better than 3 of the rest of us.
You don't
It
hear
was
anything.
perception, right?
It was perception. You don't hear anything on the other side of the door.
It seems to be clear.
So,
I believe this is perhaps just an entrance
I
into here.
like
this
to
is
Uh,
used often.
I like
I
to
have
go
one
into the unknown ready.
I have one suggestion. Perhaps I could use one of my fire spells to try and clear or burn the ooze off of this side of the door, just in case.
Wait,
Doesn't that
was there
like,
ooze or was it just super dirty?
It was
Well, like gunky, whatever it is.
grime.
Like, does it look unnatural to me, Tim? Or does it just look like this is a dirty door?
Make a. This. You know what? Make a wisdom check. If you have if you have survival, you can add that to it. If you have, but I think it would be
Fine.
wisdom here.
Where is wisdom? I'm blind. Oh, here we go.
Left.
17.
17. It seems natural, likely as a result of just how filthy this whole place is.
Can I try and prod the door with my quarterstaff to see if it opens?
You can certainly try. And
Does it open?
doing so, it does not open. Seems like the
I-
door's kind of stuck.
We need somebody to open this door. I don't think
So,
a simple unopen is going to work.
my
I
plan is to charge through and expect there to be an ogre the other side. Do we want to ready up weapons?
maybe you should just smash the door with your hammer, Master Dwarf.
Maybe just barge it.
But if I use my hammer, then that's going to be in use, and if there's a bad guy,
Can you shoulder barge it, Ifri?
yeah. I'm going to run, shoulder barge the door with my hammer behind, waiting to hit anyone on the other side.
Make a strength check for me.
With his luck, someone's just gonna open the door as he goes through and just.
Straight line.
A strength check or an athletics check?
I guess you could use athletics for this. That makes sense for breaking a door open.
That gives me an extra 2.
Okay. 18. Yeah, the door smashes open. Kind of a loud bang, but otherwise it's
What's
not
on
too
the other
bad.
side? Anything to hit?
What can I smash?
Let me show you.
Can I
Oh,
smash?
here we go.
So, I've used up.
Here we go.
I've used up
I
10.
didn't know Mario was here.
10 foot of movement to get to 15 to
So
get to here.
there is more to the room, but I'm trying to account for light sources.
Okay.
Um,
Nothing immediately.
There's
to hit,
more. There is more this way, more that way.
I think if there's nothing like
But
obvious,
you don't see anything obvious.
no obvious combatant, I'd probably just like slow to a stop.
Yeah, I kind of reach up
Just-
to him and kind of put my hand on his shoulder and kind of just hold him there. Remember, Master Dwarf, there's still Sarah Garden night spouts. Try to be
That's why I was ready.
You mean
Right.
Corvanian Knights?
Corvanian.
Actually, you have 60 foot dark vision, don't you?
No, good at quiet. I think that's how it works with a dwarf.
I'd just like to point out, Ferrifil has a thing for touching people's shoulders, and I don't know if that's in character or.
Well, if we ever
Hey.
meet, out.
I can see in dim light within 60 feet, as
Okay.
if it were bright light,
I
And in
believe
fact-
I have the same thing.
and if in
Thank-
darkness, as if it were dim.
Okay. You can see then that the wall here is lined with doors. There, there, and here.
Oh, not this again.
And I would say, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
If he checks the ceiling for ticks.
You're learning. You're learning. Quick question, since we're kind of like under
Make a perception check, E3. Yes, go ahead.
Are these circles here pillars or like a stone
Yes,
drain?
those are columns.
Okay. I take this as a storm drain. Okay.
Nice.
17.
70.
E3, almost like, ticks! You're like, oh, no ticks. But then something does catch your eye on the ceiling.
It's this Buddha.
Right there. And right there. There
Remember,
are
Ava?
patches of thick green slime just clinging to the ceiling. And at first you're like, what is that? But then you notice, like, it's not dripping, but it is bubbling from the top, and it seems to almost move the way it clings to the ceiling up there. And the talk of earlier mentioned slimes and oozes comes to mind.
Ithri's gonna like hold his hammer out to push everyone back. Just like backpedal basically.
Here, I will
Until
mark
we-
them for you.
Until we can get out of.
Hello,
Did they look
in-
like they were moving towards me, or
No,
just
not at all. Just
Okay.
moving enough to indicate that they might be alive.
So
Yes,
I'm gonna
Mr.
backpedal into this room and make sure everyone comes with me, and
I
then
hear
say,
fireworks good.
"Yeah,
Excuse
that-
me.
that- you guys know what slime is, right?
I
Slimes, ooze.
where
There's something.
where
So you go through the door,
Yes.
forward 10, and
Yes.
then that way in a straight line. How far
Right.
can you see?
in
It's pitch
darkness,
black down here.
Not at
Pretty
all.
dark. You might need a light spell. It's like a stone's
I-
throw.
I don't have light spells.
Worst
I do have light
wizard
spells, I
ever.
lied. I do. I lied. I lied.
I'll
I lied.
pull out
Wait, what's the
a-
furniture around?
torch.
So
Yeah,
funny
but, like,
enough, it looks
something
like all
small.
of the furniture that you'd expect is mostly missing from the room.
No, I just mean like what's like lying on the ground.
Oh, you mean in
Small.
the in the garbage room?
Yes.
Nothing that's intact. There's some broken chairs, a broken sofa. There's some broken
Is there anything like really small that I can
camera
use?
stands.
I've pulled out a torch,
Like
but
a
I haven't
chair
lit
Like
leg?
a broken. Yeah, you could find like a chair leg.
I'll grab
I-
a chair leg and whisper into it and do the cantrip.
And what are you casting?
Light.
Light.
And I'll just
I-
throw it into the room.
Ithri stood with a torch, feeling a little bit silly.
Yeah.
There is now just a glowing stick lying
I-
up here.
I do have access to a spell that I clearly forgot about. I can summon 4 balls of light, and I can move them up to 120 feet.
Yeah, I thought you'd mentioned that.
Keeping in mind that the
Yes.
balls of light cannot be more than 10 feet apart from each other at any time.
I'm
There-
sorry, I forgot. I'm feeling rather feverish right now for some reason.
Oh no.
You don't look so well, Master Dracon.
I'm gonna walk up
I-
to him and put the back of my hand on his forehead.
He's quite hot.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
My healer's kit. Can it let me check it. quick.
I don't feel too bad. I feel kind of exhausted.
You do feel pretty warm.
Yes.
So there is a light source now in that room, correct?
Yes.
From Junko.
And Ithri has said it's about twice as far as that.
So that being the case, I will now. I'll do this.
Would you like me to cast my light spell as well, or do you think Miss Junko's is enough?
For the time being, I think we are fine with the light source she has provided.
I'd like
Okay,
to
that is
do a medicine check while he's talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
See if I can. 17.
Nice.
17.
Good.
He's definitely running a fever, and you are familiar with something called filth fever,
Oh.
which
Good
can
luck
be
in this place.
contracted when you interact with particularly nasty like sewage or really dirty swamp water or something of that nature.
Oh.
As she's doing this,
It's
I
not
just wanna be,
lethal.
like rambling to her, you know, just
I'm sorry that we had to dispatch the ogre, Miss Cora.
It's normally not lethal, but it will leave you weakened for quite a long time. And it can get pretty bad, particularly among the elderly.
Oh no! No!
Wow.
wow, Tim.
Wow.
I see you.
Dracon, we
And what a
need
view
to-
it is.
We need to get you. No, it's Dracon. It's fine. We need to get you to a doctor. I think you have
what?
filth fever.
What is filth fever, Miss Cora?
It's a sickness. I think you got it back in the swamp.
Was
Unless
it
you've
those
been.
leeches?
Yeah, probably. You didn't come in
Uh,
contact with the tick, so yeah, I think so.
I
If he's
didn't see
scratching
it.
his
Or
back.
if a rat bit you, maybe.
No rats. Can you not use your healer's kit, Miss Cora?
Or
It's
is
for
there,
scrapes and bruises. I don't think it.
is there anything
I
in
looked
the
it up.
surgeon's
It
kit?
doesn't cover that kind of thing.
What's up, Miss Master Efree?
I was wondering if the surgeon's kit would help.
I'll
kind of-
cut out the
No.
filth fever.
I'm catching.
Probably
Perhaps-
not in this case.
Perhaps
does.
Miss Alowin knows a spell or something that might help you.
Miss Elowin,
Not right now, she doesn't.
now that I know I have a fever, I'm starting to feel worse.
Maybe just hang at the back and
I always hang at the back, Master Efree. I am a wizard.
Maybe
I'm sorry,
tomorrow.
that was uncalled for.
Maybe tomorrow she could fix you up.
Oh, I still need you to cast fire into room. So come
You
on.
want me to cast it at the jellies, the oozes?
Yes. I thought that was
Okay.
clear.
I'm sorry, my head isn't quite in the right place at the moment, Miss Junko.
Well,
Or I'll
your
I'll
help-
stay. I'll
have you
stay
got
with
enough
you.
water?
I don't.
Want
I
water?
had this flask that I found that was endless water, and I seem to have misplaced it.
Alowin has it.
Yeah, that wasn't misplaced. that
Oh
was given
yes,
to the druid.
I gave it to Miss Elowin. That's
Oh,
right.
your fever's getting worse. You're losing your memory.
Make sure you drink lots of water, and I'll hand him water if he needs it.
I'll down
lean
it.
into Cora and just be like, no, he's just old.
I heard that.
Oh, so you can't remember anything, but you hear me. Okay.
I'm not
It's okay. I'll
deaf.
forget it in a minute.
Forget
Tim, you
what,
said that.
Master Efree?
Tim, you said that there
Alright.
was like rags and stuff like that strewn about.
Yes.
I would
Um,
like to collect some, make them into strips,
Okay.
wrap them around a arrowhead,
Mhm.
in case we need to light those up, so I could shoot them fire.
Okay.
But not doing that yet. Just wrapping them up on arrowheads. at the moment.
I'm going to peek my head round the corner, following Junko's instruction, and I'm going to cast firebolt at one of the things on the ceiling.
Okay. Make your ranged attack roll. Or rather, cast the spell and let's see what happens.
But Jesus.
The first
Gotta-
one.
You gotta
How many
watch the
dice?
double clicking.
I didn't. I
Click
clicked it
heavy.
once.
Oh.
I
Ah,
promised I clicked it once. But yeah, 10.
It's excitable.
10. The bolt of flame strikes the ceiling not too far from the ooze.
I seem to have missed the target, Miss Junko.
Just need to go a little bit more to the right, Draco.
Have
Okay,
they-
shall I try again?
Have they reacted at all, or are they just?
Yeah. The one closest kind of flinched away from the flame a little bit, it seems like.
But not in like a, I'm going to jump off the ceiling and
No.
stick myself to somebody.
No.
Oh, like a
Ithri's-
whoop, that's up.
Ithri's gonna light a traditional torch, and so he's got fire
Okay.
in his hands.
I will use
Okay.
that torch to light an arrow of
Okay.
fire, and take aim to the closest one that's there.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
This one?
Can I assist Dracon in his next?
9.
It's a tough shot because of the wall of the stairs there. It kind of it has partial cover.
There you go.
The arrow doesn't quite find its mark.
Did you miss to peripheral?
But now there is a light source just burning over here.
I did. Perhaps I must go further into the room to get a better shot.
Are these stairs, Tim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going up or down?
Up.
Should I cast again?
I'll help you. Steely, can I help him aim?
Wow, he's not that old.
Yes, you can.
No, just kind of like.
You
no,
could take
just
the
like a
aid
little
another
bit.
action, yes, which would
Okay.
make it a regular attack, not a disadvantage.
Ah, there you go. See.
21.
21.
2 damage.
The fire strikes one of the little bits of slime and completely burns through it. Like it kind of bubbles and tries to move a little bit, and the whole thing just falls from the ceiling. And by the time it hits the floor, it's just like a papery substance, and it's in complete flames.
So with
It burns out.
my first check that I made about the slime on the door and if it was natural, would that count if I wanted to make a check to see what these are?
Nope, this would be a separate roll. You can do a nature check if you'd like to know what you're dealing with here.
Disadvantage, yes.
Yep. The natural ones strike again.
I've rolled so many of those today.
I will let loose another flame arrow.
Okay.
There we go. 21.
21.
9 piercing
Even
damage.
with its improved cover, it's a good shot. You hit the other slime, and you can see until it falls. When it falls out of your sight, it was already in flames. You're pretty confident that got it. Burned right
I
through
would
it.
like to make a note that I have 4 more of these wrapped up arrows,
Okay.
just for further need.
Are we planning to go straight up these stairs, or are we going to search this corridor?
I
mean,
believe
the
these
stairs-
stairs will lead up to where the rats are. Perhaps we must avoid that.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I wasn't listening.
I get closer. I believe these stairs will lead to where all the rats are. We
You
might
think?
try to avoid this, going up these stairs.
Okay, maybe on the way out, perhaps.
Yes,
Maybe.
perhaps on the way out. Saying that, I take steps into the room.
Cora, why do you still have your hood up?
I'll follow.
Oh, it's kind of cold down here.
You're right.
Aren't you cold too?
Do you want a torch?
I am
Oh no.
absolutely freezing. I was submerged up to my head in swamp water.
That's true.
Do you
yeah.
want a blanket?
I want a fire.
Have a torch.
Puts it in your
Yeah,
face.
there's a torch right there.
I hold the torch.
I've got loads more if anyone wants one.
I have 10 too.
Can I, as a just a random RP thing, because I can cast fire magic, can I just imagine that I can just produce a flame
So,
but not cast a spell?
unfortunately, no. You would have to have the spell because you
There you
aren't
go,
just
there's
you aren't just producing fire. What you're literally doing is project. It's like a launch. You don't hold it and aim.
Yeah.
You are aiming, and then at the moment of launch is when it's created. It's just
All right, no
the
worries.
nature of the spell. Magic tends
Just
to be very specific.
Make sure that torch isn't very close to you as to catch fire and be very warm.
No.
Mumbles.
Well, I look to the people behind me and I say, well, shall we continue through this place? I go
Sure.
here.
I will be in step with you. I'm not going to let you go forward.
Can
there.
can we see anything further down that hall?
You
Or
can
is it in
finally
there?
see the end of the hall at the far end, and you can see that there are 5 doors. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also see that there is an opening in the wall. Oops. There's an opening in the wall here. And there's more beyond. That's just, because you'll have to kind of get like in this general vicinity to see
Right,
what's
right.
through there.
But we
is
could see
there-
that there's an opening there.
Yep.
Is there anything to the left of these stairs?
You'd have to go over and take a look. There's definitely like some junk over there. You can make out piles of debris.
Do we want to go check out the other side of the stairs first, or this?
I look over
hallway?
at Master Dracon since he likes to go look at stuff.
Hello.
I'm sticking with Dracon. I'm just
What
standing.
what would you like me to look at?
There's a
To
hallway,
reveal?
5 doors, opening, set of stairs with something maybe behind it. Where do you want to see it first?
He
Sorry,
perhaps
one.
wants to go
everything.
with Lady Cora to investigate the pile that's over there.
Which
My
pile?
point.
Can you point?
Other side of the stairs.
No,
Over
where's,
here?
how do I point? Yeah, that's
Over
the
here.
one.
How do you point? Oh, okay.
I'll start walking towards the pile.
I'll accompany him.
Okay. Moving over there, you can see all manner of stuff has been piled. Like it looks like mostly furniture. This looks less like ogre droppings and the like. This looks a lot more like
Say it.
someone took all the furniture around the room and like just pushed it over to.
Say it.
I wanted you to say loot pile, but it didn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look valuable at all.
Miss Cora would.
Looks like
Like-
torn sacks, broken barrels, shattered weapon racks, stuff like
Looks
that.
like a bunch of junk.
So there's no real need to make a check to have a look.
You are welcome to if you want to spend time going through, taking a look around.
Miss Cora, would you like to help me have a look through this to see if there's anything of use?
Sure. How about you just kind of look like, where you are, and I'll dive a little deeper.
What a cutie.
Here's my perception. 18.
Oh, is it investigation? Because I'm looking for. Well, either
Well,
way.
for-
Oh, is it investigation?
Actually, both have merit here. With
Okay.
investigation, like you start picking through the furniture, sort of like a grandparent going to a garage sale. You just sort of
I could use
like
this
picking
for
things
my
up, looking
son.
through it all.
That's a nice train.
Cora, you start doing the same, but you notice something kind of partially obscured by the piles of debris. There are 2 doors behind all of the junk. Whether intentionally or not is unclear, but concealed by all of this. There's a door here and a door here.
Big
What do
one.
you see? Hello.
There's 2 doors. Look. There and there.
In order to get them
yes.
open, you'd have to move like this junk out of the way. But
Maybe we should take note on this and perhaps search
back to
these
it?
doors. Yes.
Okay.
At least we know nothing
Yeah, I
will be
could,
able to get out.
It could take a little while to move all this stuff.
Yes. Shall we tell the others what we found? What you found?
I mean, we probably should, shouldn't we?
I mean, yes.
so
Okay, let's go join the others.
while this was going on, others, what were you guys doing?
So
I would like to make my way here and just here around the corner.
Okay. Peering around the
you.
corner.
I'm going to stick with him.
Yeah, position yourselves accordingly, please. Cora, that's not where you'd be.
Well, I'd be with him, I guess, right
Yep,
here.
you'd be back where. Yep.
Okay.
I'd just be looking for slimes.
So peering through here, you can see It looks long abandoned. The room is covered in dust, dirt, and cobwebs. You find a number of skeletons, though. Human skeletons buried in some of the cobwebs and debris. You find that there are instruments of torture as well, larger instruments like Iron Maidens, stretch racks, tables with chains on them, things of that nature in here. It's a little ominous. In fact, one of the stretch racks has a human skeleton still in it.
Bells.
Typical dungeon. I love it.
I don't want to go in there, but I step here, bow ready, scan the room, and keep on moving down this way.
Okay.
So I get there, just so I can make sure I
As
scan the
you're-
entire room.
As you get to about there, you hear someone bangs twice on this door.
I look down at E3. Did you hear that?
Yeah, there was a knocking. We should group up.
Yeah, I look up at the group.
And I'll motion for
Yeah.
everyone to gather.
Then
And
you
wait
hear,
until Gora and Dracon also join in.
as you do this, you also hear like a foot brushing against stone, like someone just kind of shifting their weight on the other side of this column.
Hammer out.
Bows always at the ready.
And then out of the darkness, you hear a terrible, shrill scream of agony and pain that kind of warps into this droning wail as a human, like a form, lurches out from around that column, reaching desperately for Therithiel, mouth hanging wide open, eyes completely vacant, skin rotting, and large pieces just hanging off. And we're going to end here tonight.
I'd like to ask if I could hide before anything happens.
I'm inclined to say no, because they weren't really able to warn you guys before. It was all kind of happening.
Oh, all
Like you were kind of on your way, like, what's going on? You were starting to move down there when they suddenly lurched. So I will do
okay.
this.
E3, I need you to roll really high so you could jump in front of me and save me.
We're not initiative though. Not initiative tonight anyway. Let me just
Yeah, no, we'll do that next time.
bump you guys back on
Alright.
over here.
Aren't they beautiful though? Like
They're so
missing
beautiful.
lenses and everything.
Hey, babe, are you single or?
Are you single? Are you ready to mingle?
Jeez.
Okay, what was
I mean,
that?
Weird.
a very strange chat line.
Murloc.
I'm into very thin ladies, if you know what I mean.
Anyone
A
watching?
weird kind.
Thank you for watching. The next time we play will be on here, but after that we might be able to have a new format for catching some of you guys. So we'll look forward to seeing you
Oh, really?
maybe somewhere that rhymes with itch real soon.
Bitch.
Bye bye everyone.